Welcome to Mount Vernon Rams Baseball on WMIX and WMIXSports.com, where you can listen from any device. Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports is powered by the official voice of Rams Athletics, Community First Bank of the Heartland. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Rams Baseball is also sponsored in part by the Medicine Shop of Mount Vernon, Ford Square and King City Chrysler. You can count on us. Red Lake College. Save thousands on your college education. Log on to rlc.edu. State Farm Insurance Agent Tony Wilt. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Second Chance Auto on Route 142 East in Mount Vernon. Good Samaritan Regional Health Center. Raising a Hospital. Raising the Bar. Winning Edge. Schmidt Ford of Salem. And also by the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois. Landers Collision Centers of Mount Vernon and Salem. Schmidt Chevrolet of Mount Vernon. All Stars and Stitches. Central Christian Church. And People's National Bank. It's time to join Chris Hugo and Danny Czerwinski for Mount Vernon Rams Baseball from the Ford Square WMIX Sports Mobile Studios. The Landers Collision Center's pregame show starts now.
And good afternoon from Clinton County. Today the Mount Vernon Rams in a non-conference road matchup with the Central Cougars. Chris Hugo and Danny Czerwinski alongside Quentin Lloyd is back at our Mount Vernon studio as the Rams look to win 2 in a row here this week. The Rams got a big 9-inning win yesterday over the Central Orphans by a score of 7-3. Today, they have the 4-11 Central Cougars. Good afternoon. This is your Landers Collision Center's pregame show. Big or small, Landers fixes them all. Call 1-888-LANDERS. That number is 1-888-LANDERS. We need to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll have more to talk about this one between the Central Cougars and the Mount Vernon Rams. This is Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. Now is a great time to move your account to Community First Bank. With our new One Account offering the highest interest rate in the market, free checking, and CD specials delivered by people you know and trust, why would you not bank with the market leader in Jefferson County? We offer 5 locations with 7 ATMs and have been serving the Jefferson County market since 1906. Stop in and see why our bank is the fastest growing bank in Jefferson County. Community First Bank. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC.
Registration for summer classes at Red Lake College is going on now. The 8-week summer term is a great chance to catch up on classes you need, from general education to electives and more. Curious about starting college or even a little nervous? Summer is a good time for new students to find out what Red Lake College can do for you. Registration for summer classes continues through June 6th. Call us at 618-437-5321 or find us online at rlc.edu. Red Lake College, your journey starts here.
Whether it's Mother Nature's inability to decide on a season, a weekend that got a little out of hand, or just life, there's always something looking to damage your vehicle. This is Chase Landers from Landers Collision Centers. Maybe winter weather turned your full-size sedan into a compact, or a little hail has your truck looking like Swiss cheese. Perhaps a deer decided to go for a ride on your hood, or maybe your truck is missing its hitch and bumper after pulling your little brother out of the ditch last weekend. Did a bad breakup leave a little graffiti on your SUV? We hope not, but we've seen it all, and we certainly don't judge. Whatever mess life has created for your vehicle, we'll clean it up. As a direct repair facility for many insurance companies, we take care of just about everything, even getting you into a temporary vehicle while we restore yours. That's the Landers difference. Top to bottom, big or small, Landers fixes them all. Come see us in Mount Vernon and Salem and ask us about free detailing for the life of your vehicle. Or call 1-888-LANDERS. That's 1-888-LANDERS.
Follow us on Twitter at WMIX Sports. This is Mount Vernon Rams Baseball.
Welcome back, WMIX and WMIXSports.com. Non-conference matchup today for the Mount Vernon Rams on the road here at Central High School, home of the Cougars. Cougars, of course, are 4-11 on the year, a record not indicative of their potential. However, a young team, just a couple of seniors, but a team that has had some success in years past in the always tough Cahokia Conference.
Well, this is always tough. In all sports, all levels, boys and girls, this conference is known statewide. A lot of state trophies for a lot of sports here, and, of course, at Bree Central High School. I mean, you name it, they've done it. Whether it's boys basketball, girls basketball, volleyball, baseball, softball, they've done it all here. Football has had their runs as well, and a great school, great facility, well laid out over here, and another good competition game for the Rams here today.
Well, it is indeed. And of course, the Cougars may be 4-11, but could be a team that surprises a few come the 2A postseason. Mount Vernon Rams on the flip side, of course, the team coming out with a big win in extra innings yesterday against their conference nemesis, the Central Orphans, on the road. a win that really showed, I feel like, a lot. We saw a lot of the Rams yesterday. Stranded 14 runners, but when it came crunch time in the ninth inning, got a big defensive play to get them out of the eighth. Going into the ninth, momentum on their side, they were able to capitalize. Pounded out 6 runs in the top half of the ninth inning and round to a 7-3 win.
You usually get bad news when you have 14 runners left on base, because usually you do not win. Somehow in that game yesterday, Mount Vernon strands 14, Centralia strands 3. The Rams had multiple opportunities of leadoff hitters getting on, first and second and 1 out for 8 innings, couldn't get anything done, and all of a sudden the floodgates opened in the ninth against Mason McCreachin, Centralia's number 1, maybe arguably number 2. Amazing game. I mean, Mount Vernon's got to feel lucky that they have been able to get a win yesterday on the road again against the Orphans. That just has been favored to Mount Vernon the last 3 years.
Landers Collision Centers in Mount Vernon and Salem now with expanded collision repair facilities. See what it's all about at landersauto.com or find them in Mount Vernon and Salem and ask about free premium detailing for the life of your car. Landers Collision Centers pregame show rolls on. Tomorrow the Rams have another big matchup. Can't overlook this one today, but I think the elephant in the Gray Wide Open here on the diamond at Central is the fact you have a conference leader Althoff tomorrow at home. Weather permitting, coming in with a 4-1 mark in the conference. Rams, of course, 3-2. A win would tie them atop the conference race. Important with that looming in the back of your mind, not to let this one get away and possibly be a trap.
And we also got to worry the wind blowing out here at the Friendly Confines. A little different look, the fencing around the field plain. There's not a background to it, so it's going to be hard for a lot of umpires to tell here. And the wind blowing from behind us towards center field, so it's going to get out, going to get going. But like you said, focus today. This is what they would call a trap game. You follow after a big win at Centralia yesterday. You have Althoff tomorrow. You know what's at stake there. And then you got this thing here. You got to stay focused. And 2 years ago when Mount Vernon came here, they did, and they short games Free Central.
We'll see what happens. That was a big day 2 years ago, as I was talking about that with one of our coworkers on what had happened this day a couple of years back. But all in all, well coached, of course, are the Central Cougars with Kevin Kraft, three-sport athlete, of course, from National High School in the late 80s. A very good running back on the football team, but brings his baseball expertise, of course, to Central. And now, though this is a young team, you have the feeling that through Coach Kraft and his coaching staff, they're going to learn quite a bit the rest of the way and possibly make some noise into we're now in late April, into early May and late May as the postseason comes around.
Well, I think this team, Coach Kraft, did a great job no matter what's going on. It's such a young team, such a young group he's dealing with here this year. They'll get things turned around. May not be much early, but by the time they get to the regional tournament, it will be a tough out for sure.
Well, no doubt about that. Of course, we're set to actually get to know our regional times and starts and our postseason starts as we get into the first week of May for 1A and 2A, second week of May for classes 3A and 4A. So hard to believe that the season actually is getting to a point where the Rams have already played a total of 21 games. This will be number 22 here today. Still over the 35-game limit as of now, so barring any rainouts, of course, of non-conference play. I'm probably going to have to cut some games from the schedule as we get into the month of May. Should be a good one for you here today. Of course, we'll get to know our Rams batting order here in a moment. Presented by the Page Agency. Call for a health quote at 242-7000 or log on to pageinsurance.net. We do know that Brent Timmons will be on the hill today for the Central Cougars. We'll get to know them defensively. For the Rams, they're going to throw sophomore Aaron Morgan. Obviously, you presume that they're going to save Tyler Morgan for tomorrow in a conference matchup with the Crusaders. So Aaron Morgan, the sophomore, gets to start today, and a big opportunity for him.
Yeah, and he had a good outing the other day and down in El Yonder. And, again, you expect him to carry that over into here. And it would be nice for him to go 5, 6, 7 strong innings here today, go the distance, use up those innings, get one guy in, then you have most of your pitchers available tomorrow when Althoff comes to town, weather pending.
Oh, weather permitting, indeed. Forecast doesn't look too promising by the time the game will roll around, but they will try to get that in and get that conference matchup with the Althoff Crusaders. First pitch tomorrow set for 4:30. We'll have it here at WMIX and WMIXsports.com, your home for every pitch of Mount Vernon Rams baseball. Of course, a softball update. The Lady Rams lost a close one yesterday to the Centralia, and he's got some power hitting and had a good day. Had a lead at one point up 6-4, lost 10-7. So the Lady Rams are starting to find their bats and find their rhythm. Of course, they are well in the conference play now as well. They'll have Althoff tomorrow, a team they beat previously. So that'll be a good get for the Lady Rams tomorrow with the Althoff Lady Crusaders coming in. Our next Lady Rams broadcast slated for Tuesday. Of course, that would depend, of course, what happens tomorrow with the weather. That is a conference rain day, but we do plan to broadcast Lady Rams in Marion on Tuesday. from the Cusilano Sports Complex. Pre-game set for 4:15. First pitch will be at 4:30. And all of our sports presented by Community First Bank of the Heartland. Welcome back to Personal Banking, home of the one account, featuring free checking and high-yield interest. And, of course, the coaches and the umpires will meet at home plate. And with the weather, the wind is picking up a little bit. Somewhat overcast skies, partly sunny, you may call it. But temperature-wise, still a nice day and a great day to get a game in before the possible precip tomorrow.
Well, time to get one in. I think everybody can get rolling here. Everybody's ready to go. The umpires are meeting with the coaches at home plate. And pretty day here, another dry day. Anytime you get dry in spring, you got to take it and get the people out on the field and go.
What, northeast winds, would you say? Southeast? I want to be two turned around. Geographically, I do that once in a while. Maybe even due east.
Whatever they are, they're blowing out.
Yeah.
We get ready to go here.
This is a perfect opportunity to run down our Rams batting order presented by the Page Agency. Call 242-7000 for help, but let's meet the Mountain Rams.
Ryan Campbell, shortstop, will lead off. Reed Millwood, second base. Thomas Weber, catching. Jake Pike, first base. Derek Hayes, third base. Aaron Morgan, the pitcher. Blake Jones, center field. Zach Chines, right field. And Zach Brookman, left field for Tim Holloway's Mount Vernon Rams.
And some names synonymous with Clinton County as we run down the defense for the Cougars of Breeze Central to be Austin Rockers, Brandon Richter, Cameron Voss, left, right in the outfield, Dylan Smith, Kellen Lake, Dakota Hauer, Jack Streaker from third to first. Houston Crucy does the catching for the pitcher Brent Timmons. And the Central Cougars, who are 4-11, coached by Kevin Krask. And you take a look at what they have, a young team. We'll see what happens for the Rams today. We told you earlier in this Landers Collision Center's pregame show, important for them not to overlook the Cougars en route to the Outlaw Crusaders tomorrow. So should be interesting. We'll get started right probably about 4:26, 4:27-ish. So a few minutes early here from Central, in the heart of Clinton County. The predominant public school district, you could say, of course, covering multiple communities in the Clinton County area. Of course, there's also Westland and Carlisle, and, of course, Modern Day in Clinton County in terms of high schools. But when you think of all the success they have had on so many sports, it's amazing to see a school like this often go overlooked when you talk about predominant programs all across the athletic spectrum.
Well, a lot of people think Nashville and Harrisburg, but you have to throw Breeze Central in the mix, especially the girls' side of things with basketball and volleyball. The boys have a state basketball championship now, runs in baseball. They made the sectional final in 85. You talk about softball's been pretty decent. Track has been good as well. I mean, this is a consummate sports program top to bottom as far as being very competitive not only at the local level, but also at the state level as well.
Well, when you think of the county as a whole, when you compete with Modern Day, of course, for students and student-athletes, and you think of how great Modern Day is in sports as well, and if something were to ever happen where the two districts would obviously, well, speaking from hypothetically, of course, but you imagine if those two programs were ever put together, just a phenomenal nature that would bring. So a lot of athletes in the area, of course, in Clinton County, and we'll see how the Cougars fare today. It'll be a right-handed pitcher at Brent Timmons. Throw coming down, ready to go here. Mount Vernon Rams baseball as we head to the top of the first. Ryan Campbell, Reed Millwood, Thomas Weber will get it started. You're on Rams baseball. It's always powered by Community First Bank of the Heartland. Welcome back to Personal Banking with 5 Jefferson County branches. Alfred and Dix, Woodlawn, and Ina. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski back to Mount Vernon Studios. Quentin Lloyd today. All set to bring you Rams baseball, your WMIX sports team. Follow us on Twitter at WMIX Sports. Follow the first pitch as a tie to Ryan Campbell, and it's 1-0 early on.
Warm-up-wise, Tim has not a lot of velocity. May change some things as he goes along.
See what happens on the 1-0 pitch. There it comes inside. So on a miss. Still not a lot of speed there, but it's 1-1 now to Campbell.
Plenty of foul territory here at Breeze. Lots of foul territory, and, of course, grass infield. And, of course, the fencing is clear. There's no background anywhere.
1-1, and that is going to be lined just past the diving second baseman. Howard around first, staying put. Be Ryan Campbell with a leadoff single today.
Well, the best part about this is, with the wind blowing out, you will not be able to smell the money from the milk farm across the way.
No doubt about that. Reed Millwood stands in, 1 on and nobody out at the top of the first, scoreless thus far, just away from Central Community High School. Just off of Route 50 west of Breeze. As we'll check on the runner Campbell at first base. Not much going on over there yet. We'll see how aggressive the Rams are today on the base pass. The right-handed Timmons out of the stretch. The catcher, Cruci, is set up. As we await the pitch to Millwood, he will bunt it, drop it down the first base side of the hill. Off of it will count Timmons, the pitcher. Fires over to first base, a streaker, and 1-3 on the sacrifice. Advances Campbell to second base.
I've seen that before. Good start. Usually bodes well if Mr. Millwood can get the bunt down. And unfortunately for him, he has a dirty hat. Won't name the person that did that, but that was a very rude thing we saw after the game yesterday.
Indeed, and that'll bring in the senior catcher, Thomas Weber. Runner in scoring position. 1 out in the top half of the first. He had the go-ahead RBI in the top of the ninth yesterday to put the Rams up 2-1. They never looked back in that ninth inning, winning 7-3 against the Orphans. First pitch he'll see will come inside, and true to form, it'll hit him.
He's been taking shots lately.
Magnetic belt.
He'll get a courtesy runner. Connor Story will run for him. And Jake Pike will come in. He went knock yard yesterday.
Yeah, he did. See if he can drive another. The WMIX Sports Mobile Studios, driven by Ford Square, 1501 Broadway in Mount Vernon. Find all of their selection online, including Lincoln Luxury at FordSquare.com. 2 on, 1 out here in the top of the first. Scoreless thus far, but see if that changes with the left-handed Jake Pike. First pitch he sees will be lined down the right field line. That is a fair ball. It'll be extra bases for Pike. And a run, maybe 2 are going to score. Here comes Campbell. They're going to wave around the courtesy runner. Looks like Connor Story coming around third base. He'll have to get dirty throws. It's going to be up the line. And the Rams have a 2-0 lead on the 2 RBI base knocked by. Base hit by Jake Pike.
Well, and Mr. Pike picks up right where he left off. Right in the middle of the mix. And Central that time had a cutoff issue. Triple. And 2 RBIs for Mr. Pike.
The Rams take an early 2-0 lead here on the road at Central Community High School. Glad to have you, Chris Hugo, with Danny Czerwinski alongside. We'll have scoreboard updates throughout the afternoon, as here in the top of the first, Rams lead 2-0 with a runner on third and nobody out. The runner, Mike, has committed on the pass ball, and he will be safe. Throw was in time, tag was not, and it'll give the Rams a 3-0 lead.
He had to go immediately. Well, he made it close. But Pike snuck in there. It's 3-0 Rams. Good start for Mount Vernon after yesterday's game.
Jumped out to an early 3-0 lead. Derek Hayes, the batter, with a 1-0 count, nobody on and 1 out. 3-0 Rams on top here in the top half of the first. Back out of the lineup, of course, for the pitcher. Here comes Timmons offering. It's a change up inside, 1-1.
Well, you start over now. Cleared the bases, got 3 runs. You start over and go again.
1-1 the count, 3-0 ball game, top half of the first inning. We'll get to know the Central batting order in the bottom half, presented by the Page Agency. As the 1-1 comes, soft ground ball to the shortstop. Blake will come up firing across the diamond, and 6-3 will be your second out for Aaron Morgan, the pitcher. So base is empty here with 2 outs in the top of the first. Video streaming returns May 24th for the Mount Vernon Township High School Class of 2014 commencement exercises. That'll be powered by Rend Lake College. Log on to rlc.edu to see how you can save thousands of dollars on your college education. So in will step the sophomore pitcher, Aaron Morgan. A-A-R-E-N is the spelling. As the first pitch he sees will be turned on, lifted in the left on the run to shortstop Blake, and making the catch will be Austin Rockers. So there go the Rams, but not before they score 3 in the top of the first. 3-0 Mount Vernon. This is Rams baseball from WMIX Sports.
The Chevrolet Open House event is going on now at Schmidt Chevrolet of Mount Vernon. The price you see is the price you pay. Save big on the full lineup of Chevrolet cars, trucks, SUVs, and crossovers. Save over $7,000 on the North American Truck of the Year, the Silverado. Get low lease payments on the all-new Chevy Impala, a Consumer Reports pick. But hurry, this is for a limited time only. Come to Schmidt Chevrolet of Mount Vernon, 3423 Broadway in Mount Vernon.
Your spine is a miracle of engineering, so when pain strikes, your body is telling you to get help fast. The Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois is proud to feature their spine care team. Doctors Kowalski and Smith, the professionals at Orthopedic Center, specialize in back and neck pain. So put our spine care team on the job. Find out more online at orthocenter-si.com. Stop the pain, fix the problem, and enjoy life again. The Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois. Follow us on Twitter at WMIX Sports. This is Mount Vernon Rams baseball.
WMIX and WMIXSports.com as we head to the bottom half of the first inning. The Mount Vernon Rams on top of the Central Cougars, 3-0. Speaking of the Cougars, we need to meet them courtesy of Page Insurance on Crownview, Mount Vernon. Call 242-7000 for help quote.
The Brandon Richter, Kellen Lake, Brenton Timmons, Jake Stryker, Dylan Smith, Houston Cruzy, Dakota Hour, Cameron Boss, and Austin Rockers. The Cougars at Bree Central High School.
Beautiful day for baseball, even though it's cloudy. Could change tomorrow.
Kind of looks in the north like the bank is coming early with the cloud cover. That kind of looks like some precip starting to build in the west, or at least the clouds, the first clouds.
What I was wondering is the first pitch to the left-hander, Brandon Richter, misses for ball one. 1-0 the count, just getting started in the bottom half of the first. Rams scored 3 runs on 2 hits in the top half. And now a call first strike across the inside corner, the left-handed center fielder, Brandon Richter. Kellen Lake, Brent Timmons to follow here in the inning. Now that's going to be poked softly, and a soft liner into the mid of Brian Campbell. Nice range there as he moves to his left. That'll be the first out.
Big swing. Ball was off the end of the bat. That's why it kind of died out quickly. Nice play by Campbell. Of course, this is one of those where if you got 3 runs in the first, you don't want to see Mount Vernon rest, relax, and not get too excited the rest of the way. You want to keep that pedal down and get more runs.
And now another left-handed bat in the lineup called first strike to the shortstop, Kellen Lake. 1 out, nobody on. 3-0 Rams on top here. Community First Bank, of course, is your official voice of high school sports on WMIX. That'll find its way right up the middle. Worm burner into center field, and that will be the first base hit today for the Cougars. Puts 1 on with 1 out here in the inning. That'll bring in Brent Timmons, the pitcher. Follow us on Twitter at WMIX Sports. You can find us on Facebook as well. Morgan out of the stretch for the first time. And this will end up in left center field for a base hit. So first and second will be your Central runners as Timmons gets a 1-out base hit, but runners on first and second.
Pitch up in the zone that time. Wind blowing out. Got to keep the ball down in this ballpark. Still pretty good baseball facility, but you got to keep the ball down. They like to say ball will jump out of this place.
Bring in Jack Streak of the first baseman. Cleanup spot. 1 out, 2 aboard here. 3-0 with the tying run at the plate in the bottom half of the first. Pitch is low. And it is 1 ball, no strikes. Tony Wilt, your State Farm agent in Mount Vernon. Find him online at TonyWilt.com or look for the White State Farm Jeep around town and get you a better state with your State Farm agent, Tony Wilt. Check on the runner at second. Barely safe. After a good pitch to tag him as he was brushing the dirt off. Yeah, good move by the Rams shortstop, but all for naught as we continue on. 1-0 the count here to the first baseman, Jack Streaker. 2 on in the home half of the first, a 3-0 ball game, and this is going to be batted foul softly toward the third base dugout.
Like I say, a double play. Umpire with a high and right toss. Thomas Weber's giving him a hard time about it.
So 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out in the bottom half of the first. 2 aboard for the Cougars, trying to make something happen in their half of the inning. Here comes the pitcher Morgan on the way, and that'll go well inside for a 2-1 count.
Plate jumping around a little bit on Morgan, missing his spots and then keeping it up in the zone here early.
2-1 the count. Here comes the pitch on the way, and this one is turned on, sent down the left field line, and that will be just foul.
Home run distance, but a loud strike. Just pulled it, or we'd have had a tie ball game. Mr. Morgan behooved himself to work down in the zone a little bit below the belt. He's getting it belt high right now. Cougars are taking a good, clean rip at it.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, 2 aboard here in the bottom of the first. 3-0 ball game, Rams on top. They're giving their sophomore pitcher, Aaron Morgan, some run support in the early going. 2-2 pitch coming. It's going to be a breaking pitch inside. Just misses, full count. Been here before for a handful of sports. On football from here before. As they'll check the runner at second. The throw is just high, maybe a little lower. You have a chance to tag, but back safely is Kellen Lake in the second base. course, we're guaranteed, as of now, the way the schedule sits and the rotation for the Rams, a trip to Breeze every year. Rams have Modern Day on the schedule, but they'll come to the King City this year. Full count, 1 gone, 2 aboard here in the first. And that is a good strikeout pitch up in on the hands of Streaker. Swings and misses.
Up in the zone is an up near the shoulders. Probably hitters can't hit at this level, and that was a frail swing for the second out.
Now 2 on and 2 out for the Cougars. That'll bring in Dylan Smith, the third baseman. After back-to-back left-handers, get a couple of right-handers in the lineup. Now the third straight right-hander. This is fouled straight back for 0-1. So no balls, 1 strike, bottom half of the first, 3-0 ball game. Rams on top. Trying to get out of the inning here. Tying run still at the plate. Now with 2 outs, third baseman Dylan Smith digs in with a 0-1 count. Morgan's going to back off of the rubber, and now get back on the bump. Back with you tomorrow for the Rams and the Outop Crusaders, weather permitting, as the pitch comes. Good pitch there, inside corner, 0-2.
Good zone today from Blue. Really like his zone here from a younger umpire.
Make him swing. It's the way we like it. Just off of old Route 50 here in Breeze, a 0-2 pitch count. And that's over there to Smith for a 1-2 count.
Flip on the curveball. New Route 50 in the background.
Yeah. That's where it starts to come apart. Nice Clinton County community in Breeze. The 1-2 go off that miss. And that'll retire the side in the first. Through 1, it's 3-0 Rams. This is Mount Vernon Baseball from WMIX Sports.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. By now you have heard about our new One Checking product. The new One Account is a high-interest earning, free checking account designed for everyone. Unlike other banks that pay interest on higher balance, this account pays interest on all balances. From high schoolers to Warren Buffett, One will work for you. You can talk to one of us at 244-3000 and learn about the details. One, exclusively at Community First Bank. You will be one happy customer. Member FDIC.
This is your local State Farm agent, Tony Wilt. I want to thank Mount Vernon and the surrounding area for continuing to support us over the past 5 years. If you have never sat down with someone to go over your insurance program, let me invite you into our office. Let us show you what working with the industry leader, represented by a local agent, can do for you. I'm located just off 42nd Street. You can reach our office 24 hours a day at 242-1421 or on the web at tonywilt.com. Thanks again, and go Rams.
Back to Mount Vernon Rams baseball, powered by Community First Bank of the Heartland.
And we welcome you back, WMIX and WMIXsports.com. Bottom of the order due up in the top half of the second inning for the Mount Vernon Rams. They lead the Central Cougars by a score of 3-0. It'll be Blake Jones, Zach Gines, and Zach Brookman in Tim Holloway's lineup. 3 runs, 2 hits. Nobody left on for the Rams. No runs on 2 hits, with 2 left on for the Cougars. There you go. Beautiful day.
They like today
a lot better.
They like today. The bottom of the order needs to get some swings in. They need to produce a little bit, some hits.
See what kind of production we get. Blake Jones there, Zach Gines, and Zach Brookman, as we told you, to start things off in the top of the second. Rams did score 3 on 9 pitches. Not too shabby at the top of the first. Let's see what happens at the bottom of the order as Jones puts one in play. It's a shallow fly ball into center field. Underneath it is Richter. Nails that one, and that'll be the first out. However, 1 pitch, 1 out. You don't really fancy that.
Well, you've gotten 4 outs of 10 pitches. Timmons is doing the job on the hill, being more than efficient with the pitch count.
Brings in Zach Gines. Nobody on, 1 out here in the second. Here comes the pitch on the way from Timmons. Outside. Looks like it misses. It'll be 1 ball and no strikes. Community First Bank is home with a 1 checking. Always bank on the hometown team with Community First Bank. 5 Jefferson County branches, Mount Vernon, Dix, Woodlawn, and Ina. They're 1-0. Just misses low. It'll be 2 balls and no strikes. Just misses. Out of the windup will come the pitcher, Brent Timmons. The 2-0 pitch on the way. High, fouled back, just clears the fence. That'll be 2-1.
Lots of parking here at Central. Should see anybody have any problem parking that close.
The high backstop fence. They have a press box here. 2-1 coming. That's foul. It'll even things up at 2-2. Told us when we got here to go wherever we wanted. Always treated well here at Central High School. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count with nobody on and 1 out to Zach Giles. And he'll reach out for one over the plate, foul over the first base dugout. And it'll stay 2-2. Rams and the Crusaders tomorrow. They'll take Friday off as of now. Saturday as well. Lady Rams will head to the West Frankfort tournament on Saturday. As the 2-2 counts, this one will be put in play. Right center field hangs in the air. Boss, the right fielder, will go underneath it to make the grab, and there's your second out.
A couple of meek fly balls here from Mount Vernon in the bottom part of this order. They're putting some mustard on the ball on the top first. 2 quick at-bats. Timmons right now not breaking a sweat yet out on the hill.
3-0 ball game. Rams on top. Quick ground ball with 2 outs and nobody on. Some trouble for Blake. He'll fire across the diamond. It's safe at first on a drop ball. It's Zach Brookman.
E3. That's how wide receivers become defensive backs when they can't catch. That's how fielders become DHs. Now 2-out error leads to the top of the order and a roll over here in a second.
Now runner on for Ryan Campbell. Singleton scored back in the top half of the first inning. It's another opportunity here in the second. Second Chance Auto, one of our Rams sponsors. Find them on Route 142 East in Mount Vernon. Home of your largest selection of pre-owned vehicles priced at $10,000 in one location. Second Chance Auto, continued proud supporters of the Mount Vernon Rams as Campbell takes a strike on the outside corner. It's 0-1. 2 outs, a runner on first, and the top of the second. Rams lead 3-0. Trying to pound some more runs out of Central as the center fielder Richter is going to shade more towards right with the right-handed batter. Play the opposite way, and that's exactly where it goes. Found on the right field line for 4-2.
See who gets the short straw in the dugout. Oh, Connor Story. Dude, you got to run down some hands.
Did not leave.
He wasn't watching.
Just assumed.
Yeah, you got to be paying attention in the dugout. Those things will haunt you. Yeah, he flinched. Balk called, pitcher moved, flinched, that's the balk. Brookman will go to second. Good call by the umpire. Yep, split his hands. Yeah, obvious.
Both picked up on it. Solid young crew in front of us today. 0-2 the count, 2 gone. Runner in scoring position now for Ryan Campbell in the top of the second. Now in on the hands. It's a ground ball toward the third base side. Smith comes up firing. Stricker hangs on that side. 5-3 will retire the side as the Rams strand a runner in the second. It's still 3-0 Mount Vernon. This is Rams baseball from WMIX Sports.
Hi, Roy Schmidt, Ford Lincoln dealer at Ford Square, Mount Vernon. Construction, heavy hauling, emergency vehicles, agriculture, forestry, utility services. Within these and countless other essential industries, the guys and gals who do the toughest work count on one heavy-duty truck more than any other, the Ford F-Series Super Duty. Day in and day out, built Ford tough, diesel and gas powertrains enable F-Series Super Duties to pump out plenty of horsepower and torque, along with great fuel economy. At Ford Square, we have cashback incentives up to $5,500 on F Super Duties and a great selection right now. Come see one of our sales associates at Ford Square, 1501 Broadway in Mount Vernon, Illinois, where the best never rest. And you can also view all of our inventory, new and pre-owned, at fordsquare.com.
Follow us on Twitter at WMIX Sports. This is Mount Vernon Rams Baseball.
And welcome back to Central High School. The Mount Vernon Rams on top of the Cougars by a score of 3-0. We head to the bottom of the second. 6, 7, and 8 in the Central lineup. Houston Cruci, Dakota Auer, and Cameron Voss due up. Here for the Cougars. 4-11 on the year, looking for win number 5 against your Mount Vernon Rams, who are 11-9-1.
Another left-hand stick. Third one of the day for Central.
Quite a few, literally, as he takes the first pitch strike on the outside corner for the right-handed pitcher. Aaron Morgan back out for his second inning. Got out of a bit of a developing jam at the bottom of the first inning. Goes back out here firing strikes. Gets another call there. It's 0-2. So 0-2 the count, leading things off. A good waste pitch outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes to the catcher. Hauer and Voss to follow here in the home half of the second inning. Cougars had a tough one with Carlisle yesterday. Geographic rival in the Cahokia Conference. Fouled off the stale line by Cruci, and it's 1-2 still. Checking the WMIXsports.com scoreboard. That game yesterday I know was on there. The 1-2 fouled back to stay alive. Good at bat here by Cruci.
Hanging in there in the bottom of the second. Action in the Central bullpen. They may be going with it every 2 innings. They may try the different pitchers today.
1-2 coming. It's going to miss outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. It was 7-3 yesterday, I was saying. I think identical to the Rams score. Two balls, 2 strikes. Leadoff batter Cruci. He'll swing through and back-to-back-to-back strikeouts now for Aaron Morgan, who pitched well in the Rams' win on Saturday against Henderson County, Kentucky.
Picking right back up where he left off. A little shaking at first, but right at the ship.
As Hauer will bloop one just in front of Ryan Campbell. Picks up, fires across. In time, it's 6-3 as your second out.
That was a hard play made look easy by the soft hands and footwork of Campbell at shortstop. Baseball had a little Pro V1 spin on it, and Campbell made it look easy.
Of course, conference play again tomorrow for the Cougars. They travel to Redbud. And they have a triangular with T-Town and Nashville at T-Town as the first pitch is up to Cameron Voss, the right fielder.
You hope Redbud has more than 3 to play.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my, yeah.
Following me?
Yeah, okay.
Being Musketeers and all.
Yeah. I just saw the record.
Good little town.
That could be a likelihood as the 2-0. No miss up. 3 balls, no strikes to Cameron Voss, the right fielder. Rockers in the on-deck circle for the Cougars.
Another nice little town in this conference.
He waits at 3-0, and here it comes, and that's across the plate for a strike. 3 balls, 1 strike now to Voss. WMIX Sports Mobile Studios are driven by King City Chrysler Center, home of the express lane, fast oil changes, and more. Service without appointment at King City Chrysler, 1603 Broadway. As that's fouled off, and it'll make the count full.
As I said, those are rain clouds to our northwest. The problem is the rain is the fault, so I don't think it's all going to get here quick.
We'll count 2 gone. Here comes. That'll be a punch out on the inside corner to Cameron Voss. 1-2-3. Go the Cougars here in the second. Through 2, it's 3-0 Rams. This is Mountain Baseball from WMIX Sports.
Women's health care just got closer to home, right here in Salem. St. Mary's Good Samaritan Women's Health Care and OBGYNs Dr. Deborah Carson, Dr. Doug Combs, Dr. Jamie Plett, Dr. Elizabeth Bayer-Nolan, and Dr. Michael Schifano are seeing patients every Tuesday at the Salem Family Health Center. That means you'll have a full range of OBGYN services close to home, including prenatal and wellness checks, incontinence treatment, and family planning options for when your family's complete. Plus, access to state-of-the-art Da Vinci robotic surgery for quicker recovery and less pain after hysterectomy. Ladies, your health is important, so why not get OBGYN care right here close to home by St. Mary's Good Samaritan Women's Health Care. Call 1-877-456-2496 to make your appointment. That's 1-877-456-2496.
This is Mount Vernon Rams Baseball, powered by Community First Bank of the Heartland.
Welcome back on WMIX and WMIXsports.com. We head to the top of the third. Mount Vernon Rams 3, Central Cougars nothing. 3 runs, 2 hits, 1 left aboard for the Rams. See, no runs, 2 hits, 1 error, 2 stranded for the Cougars. Reed Millwood. Yes, sir. Reed Millwood.
Glad to see he's able to play after what was done to him yesterday.
That was darn near crap.
Well, that was not very nice. Typical to cut off at his sweatshirt.
Thomas Weber and Jake Pike to follow here in the inning. As the first pitch on the way, it's going to be across the plate for a strike. Nothing in London Millwood. Give us a follow on the Twitterverse at WMIX Sports. Of course, Rams baseball as always. presented by Community First Bank of the Heartland. We'll tell you more about one checking after the 0-1 pitch. Comes inside, going to just miss. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 means more at Community First Bank of the Heartland. It's free checking and high-yield interest. Welcome back to Personal Banking, member FDIC. Pitch and route, even count. Front-footed on the ground ball. Off the hop for Smith. Fires across the diamond. Good play there. 5-3 will be your first Ram out.
No Cougar team. They're just not going to be rolling over and doing whatever at 4-11. They are going to compete, and they are doing a pretty good job, I would say, after 3 runs in that first inning.
They're 1-4 in conference play.
Some of these juniors on both sides probably tired today, having played to take the ACT test. Some of them maybe mentally exhausted. PSAE, that's tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah, you take the ACT tomorrow. Of course, today you can take it for free. High school will take care of it. If you want to take any more after that, you got to pay $50 for the ACT to take it. Tomorrow's the other part of the test. So the rest of the school gets to leave and go do whatever, while the juniors have to stay and work.
Fun times. Now Weber will stand in, swings at the first pitch, strike, and it's 0-1. He was hit by a pitch and scored earlier. That was at the top of the first inning, 3-0, and we stay the same now at the top of the third. 3-0 ball game. Set is Timmons. Let that hanging a little bit down the opposite way. Right field line for a fair ball. Weber on his horse going to head for second. Try to turn this into a double, and it'll be a 1-out double for Webb. And they get away on the throw.
In the air, yeah.
Got to be kidding me. So double in there.
There goes double in there, and Thomas Weber, big, good running. And T. Webbs will get a courtesy runner as Connor Story will come in. He's ran around the bases. Farm Machinery Alley here.
Yes, it is. Old Route 50. Old for a reason. Don't see as much of that on new Route 50.
Came in through Avison on the way around. Nice little town as well to the west.
Rare that you find a not good Clinton County community, as that's going to miss low and away to Jake Pike. Had a 2 RBI triple his last time. Then came in to score on a pass ball. 1 ball, no strikes here. With a runner on third, 1 out at the top of the second, a 3-0 ball game, and that could change. This is lifted deep in the right center field. Will there be enough real estate? And there is for the center fielder to make a grab. Coming in to score on the sac fly is Connor Story. That had good distance, just not enough to sneak out of the park, but that was lifted.
Yep. Mr. Pike he's up at the plate. That ball looks like a hot air balloon right now. He is seeing it well. He has 3 RBIs today.
The Rams take a 4-0 lead. 2 out, spaces empty now for Derek Hayes. Ground out to short as last time. Here comes the pitch on the way. Timmons sneaks outside. It'll be a quick 1-0 count here to Hayes. Tony Welch presents your scoreboard updates. Find him in his office. Look for that white State Farm Jeep around town, or click online at TonyWelch.com. See how Tony can help you with all of your insurance needs. Get to a better state with State Farm. The 1-0 pitch coming. Outside, dirty. It's 2-0. 2-0. 2-0. 2-0.
2-0.
2-0. Oh, man.
Business like workmanship from the Rams today. Come out focused and ready to go.
2 balls, no strikes. Here it comes to Hayes, and that's low. 3 balls, no strikes. Hitters count. With the pitcher, Morgan, on deck.
Jump on a team that's 4-11. Sometimes their tendency is to fold, being that they haven't had a good year. We'll see if the Cougars fight back or if they kind of roll over. A couple years ago, they rolled over and got shelled.
Rio coming. That's going to be a ball low and inside.
Okay.
Thought he was going to go strike there.
Yeah, not the fade level.
A warning.
Not the fade level.
That'll bring in Aaron Morgan with a runner on at 2 outs. Blake Jones in the on-deck circle. Here in the top of the third, Rams with a 4-0 lead, having played at 1 more on the Weber double and error. And then the sac fly RBI by Jake Pike. Deep sac fly RBI, at least in this facility. Can of corn in the King City as this one comes in. Looks like it misses. 1-0 here to Morgan.
I'd be curious here. You know, the thing about it is it makes it so the receiving defense is probably 8, 9, 10 feet high. And then the fact that it's a clear fence, clear chain link, kind of makes it deceiving as far as how far or how short it might be, deceiving to the eye. Sure. You're hitting in a white background, a white barn behind the center field.
1-0 count. Here comes the pitch. Fouled off as Morgan fights it off. The count will be 1 ball and 1 strike. Time is called for conference between the battery. Why it's called the battery? I've never researched that in my life. Yet for 30 years, I've long wondered that answer. Probably not 30 years, probably about 26. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, and a runner aboard here in the top of the 3rd inning. Rams on top 4-0 against the Central Cougars. Check on the runner at first. Almost caught Hayes napping.
Hayes is leaning. Got to think. Yep, exactly. That's the international sign for think. 2 fingers to the sides of the head. International sign for think.
1-1 the count. Here comes the pitch, and that's the international symbol for take your base. Hit right at the number is Aaron Morgan. That'll bring in Blake Jones with 2 on and 2 out.
Had a plunk to it. Hitting a hollow spot.
So the personal runner today for Aaron Morgan will be Braden Smith.
End of 2. Toka leads Woodlawn 3-0 baseball. Baseball Civic leads Triad after 2, 2-1.
Interesting.
Yeah. Triad's down. They've been kind of getting
the Valley itself is kind of up and down right now.
Triad's been kind of getting it handed to them here lately, and they're not that team they have been last 2 or 3 years. Lost a lot of talent last year at graduation, and then you look at the Valley in general, baseball-wise, Waterloo kind of wanting to stretch themselves as the favorite, the most experienced back, but they seem to go 2 steps forward, 1 step back at a time.
Highland's the one I've got my eye on right now.
They're pretty good. They shelled Triad the other day like 12-1.
Yeah. Rams will see Highland on May the 24th, but not before they see Triad on the 21st of May. 2 on, 2 out here for Jones. He'll take a pitch low. It'll be ball 1. 1-0 here to Blake. Rams center fielder, just a sophomore.
And West Frankfurt's cleaned everybody's clock in the Ohio division.
They've gotten stronger the past few weeks.
Oh, yeah.
1-0 Calvin. This one's going to be laced to the left center field for a base hit. Could score a run. Here comes Hayes, waved around. Some troubles for the center fielder, though, but that'll keep a runner on second. It'll be first and second.
Yeah.
On the base hit by Jones.
Other side of the river, it's Nashville right now. 2 coins, kind of the 2-step forward, 1-step back group. Nashville had that nice one over Roxanne at Busch Stadium Saturday night. Dominated the Shells. So it's starting to be that time of year where positioning for the postseason starts to happen, the politicking.
2 on, 2 out here, and this is bad. That's a call for a strike for the right-handed Zach Gimes. 0-1 is the count. Rend Lake College has over 100 degree and certificate programs from which to choose. See which is right for you at rlc.edu and apply online while you're there. There you go. 2 on, 2 out, 0-1 the count to Giants, senior. Plants this one foul to the first base dugout, and it's 0-2. Zach Brookman in the on-deck circle for the orange and black.
The clouds in the north are getting a little taller and a little darker.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. See how close it is to breeze. Hasn't moved, still over Bethalto right now.
0-2 the count with the runners going on the double steal. An off-balance throw, not going to be in time down the third. So now the Rams have 2 in scoring position on the double steal.
Now, that was the case where the catcher had to go outside in the left-hand box to get the ball and then tripped over his feet trying to get rid of it. That's why the easy double steal happened there.
Just past the 5 o'clock hour, WMIX Mount Vernon, a free service from Withers Broadcasting. 1 minute past the 5 o'clock hour, the 1-2 pitch is going to be lifted in the left center field, and the run will be Richter trying to get to the grab, and that one's going to be deep all the way to the fence. This will score a couple for Zach Giants, who hit the ball well there, and has a 2 RBI double.
That is much needed. He's a guy that needs to have some hit stuff going on. That might be the end of the day for Brent Timmons at 2 2/3, and that's not my end of the day. It is the end of the day. Of course, all these runs, I believe, unearned because of the error.
Well, the inning, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Unbelievable. The Rams have a 7-0 lead here in the 3rd inning, with a runner in scoring position for Zach Brookman, who reached on an error his last time. So we're going to get a new Central pitcher. you are.
All right. 2 2/3, 5 hits, 7 runs, 3 earned, 2 walks, 0 strikeouts for Mr. Timmons. He can only be the loser right now. Hope they have shade at the cover at the local establishment. Yeah, they did a little frequent after. Cut down on food intake today, knowing what I was going to indulge in later on. We're practically made fun of. A little Costo into the ball game.
Costo's a right-hander.
I got to get somewhere by 7:30 tonight. I know that.
Interesting.
Get to a TV or radio somewhere tonight for a little frozen stuff.
Oh, there's Wednesday.
Did we behave?
I think so.
I hope we behave.
I think we'll be okay.
I think we're all right.
Your steps before we get to that point in the legal process. 2 outs and a runner on second for the Rams at the top of the third. They've scored 4 more. The runner on second still belongs to Brent Timmons, who went 2 2/3. You heard, gave up 3 walks and didn't strike out a soul here. See what happens the rest of the way. It'll be Zach Brookman's turn in the Ram lineup. They're a batter away after Brookman from having batted around as Reed Millwood led off the inning. Ryan Campbell would be the 9th batter. He is in the on-deck circle as the skies get a little more ominous.
And if I get $1 for every anhydrous tank that went by since I arrived here at 4 o'clock, gas would be paid for on the way home.
I'll agree with that. Plus, everyone on the way up. I went a different route than you did.
I came interstate.
I came through beautiful New Minden.
Oh, you went that way?
On the way up.
Oh, you checked out that room, didn't you?
Yeah. Almost peeked in.
Checked in Albers, Avison, and Breeze on the AAB run.
Ground ball to second, off one knee. Auer will get up to make the throw, and 4-3 retires aside. So there you go. The Rams score 4 more here in the third to take a 7-0 lead. This is Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. Now is a great time to move your account to Community First Bank. With our new One Account offering the highest interest rate in the market, free checking, and CD specials delivered by people you know and trust, why would you not bank with the market leader in Jefferson County? We offer 5 locations with 7 ATMs and have been serving the Jefferson County market since 1906. Stop in and see why our bank is the fastest growing bank in Jefferson County. Community First Bank. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC.
You need a great quality new-to-you vehicle. There's a reason why Second Chance Auto has been helping put families into affordable, dependable vehicles for over 34 years. Honest, fair deals. Ain't nothing fancy, just great vehicles with warranties and bank rate financing for all. That's the only way Second Chance Auto will do business. They're receiving new vehicles every day. So be sure to stop by and find out how you can save thousands on the total cost of your vehicle. Helping people get a great, dependable vehicle for over 34 years. Second Chance Auto, Route 142 East in Mount Vernon. Call 244-4582.
WMIX Sports is your home for the Mount Vernon Rams, powered by Community First Bank.
And we welcome you back, WMIX and WMIXSports.com, as we head to the bottom of the third. It'll be Rockers, Richter, and Lake due up in the Cougar lineup, trailing 7-0. The Rams scored 4 more runs in that top half of the third. Now 7 runs on 5 hits. With Drew Stranded, no errors yet, although a pitch will miss a low for 1-0 to Austin Rockers, the left fielder.
Another lefty. 4 lefties in the lineup today for Breeze.
Now he waits a 1-0 high. Quickly becomes 2 balls, no strikes to Rockers. Richter and Lake to follow here in the bottom half of the third inning. 4 more runs for the Rams in the top half. Again, on top 7-0. Another pitch high and away. 3-0 to Rockers. Another pitch. 4-pitch walk lead off today. Not quite what you want to see.
No, we got a 7-run lead. You want to throw strikes. Want to come in. If you got to throw it down the middle, you throw it down the middle, but you got to throw strikes.
Great Edge, one of our Rams Booster sponsors. Of course, baseball and softball season are here, but what about your corporate season? Make the call to the bullpen for Winning Edge's high-quality embroidered apparel to equip your employee team in style. Winning Edge of downtown Mount Vernon. There's a need for some caffeine, as that's going to be a check on the runner at first. Not much to it. 1 on and nobody out for another lefty in the Cougar lineup, Brandon Richter. First pitch pitch coming. That's going to be a call strike to Richter, 0-1.
Aaron Morgan, you've got to throw strikes. You've been given the golden goose of 7 runs. Use it wisely.
0-1 the count. Here comes. That's inside, and that's lifted into right. Backing up is Zach Giants, the right fielder, to make the grab, and there's your first out.
Carpenter got it under control out there.
Yeah. Not quite a spitting image, but looks close enough.
It's close.
I'm just waiting for the kind of the raspy, soft-spoken voice.
Throwing bubble gum out behind it. Almost sound like Wainwright does.
Nearly as quiet, though. Now, here comes the pitch on the way as Kellen Lake will take the first one he sees for ball 1 high. 1 ball, no strikes. Lake singled. Was stranded on second back in the first. Runner aboard here in the bottom of the third. A 7-0 Ram lead. They'll check over. Rains on the way, get it in. Which you can always bank on your hometown team, Community First Bank, home of the one account, featuring free checking and high yield interest. Member FDIC. 1 ball, no strikes here to Lake. They'll throw behind the runner, and almost had a chance that time. Strong throw, but the ball misses. 2 balls.
Now it's hard to pull that play off if you're throwing over the top of the left-hand hitter. You almost got to come behind him, use him as a shield.
To go to the count, pitch is going to miss outside. 3 balls, no strikes here. In danger of walking a second batter in the inning is Aaron Morgan. Not what you want. 7-0. The Rams on top by a touchdown over the Central Cougars here from Breeze. Glad to have you with us. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside as the 3-0 misses out. That's going to be a 1-out walk to put 2 aboard.
You got a 7-run lead. Walking is not the way to do things. Have to throw some strikes here. A little trouble could brew here if you do things like this in the middle of the order.
Two on and 1 out in the bottom of the third. This time it's Brent Timmons. Out of the stretch, and Morgan will fire across the plate. It's 0-1.
Chatter in the background from the team.
No balls, 1 strike to count, 1 gone, 2 aboard here, bottom of the third. Pitch on the way, check swing that's on the outside corner for 0-2.
Yeah.
No balls, 2 strikes, streaker in the on-deck circle. He struck out his last time. Timmons actually singled and was stranded on first base back in the first. 2 on now with 1 out, 0-2 the count. Morgan gets set and fires. This is going to come up in on the hands, fouled straight back. Almost a great catch. Almost a great catch here in the gallery.
Tried over the shoulder.
That has been impressive. It's a great effort. Very good effort. That much velocity coming down off that sort of apex. I don't know that I would have had the courage to try for that. It's a pretty good effort. Back to the 1 on the field. 0-2 the count, though. 1 out, 2 aboard here in the bottom of the third. A 7-0 ball game. Cougars trailing, trying to get some runs here off of Aaron Morgan, and that pitch will miss. Logan Waste pitch 1-2.
Need a pitcher's best friend double play here is what Lennon needs to get out of this mess. A little ground ball double play. Surely wouldn't try that play again.
No. Check on the runner at second with nothing doing. Second Chance Auto, one of our Rams Booster sponsors. You can find them on Route 142 East in Mount Vernon. No fancy sales or gimmicks, just honest deals with bank rate financing for all of their largest selection of pre-owns. Priced near $10,000 in one location. Second Chance Auto pass ball to the fence. Second and third will go to the runners. We'll see how costly the walks are here as the count becomes 2-2.
Can't continue to walk people, and that's what Mount Vernon's doing right now. Morgan's got to get in the zone here, try to get a strike here, not walk so many people.
Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 aboard. The runners in scoring position here for Brent Timmons. Started the game with 2 2/3. Responsible for all 7 runs. And now this one comes up and in on the hands. Could be a troublesome play down the line. That's a fair ball. Says the home plate umpire, one will come in, and the left fielder will finally get to it. Fires behind the runner at second, the throw will go into right field. And so now another run will score on the air, and it's 7-2.
Yeah, sloppy play there by Mount Vernon that time, and that's a shame on that deal. And Tim Holloway's going to come out. And this is where you wonder if the focus for Mount Vernon is not there. Getting 7 runs quickly, he's going to call the infield in and have a little discussion. 12 strikes, don't let runners get on.
This visit is presented by the Medicine Shop Pharmacy at 2339 Broadway in Mount Vernon. Dr. Eric Black and staff proud to support the Mount Vernon Rams, Lady Rams, as well as the local community. Next Lady Ram broadcast will be Tuesday as they welcome the Marion Lady Wildcats. 4:15 your pregame, 4:30 your first pitch in South 7 Conference play.
Wake-up game.
Yep. Chad Baker will have to call that one.
Mount Vernon will go to Marion in a few weeks.
First week of May?
I believe next Thursday. May 1st.
Close enough. May Day. Almost a May Day situation for the Rams here. Let's see what happens. First pitch seen, a swung on a miss by Spreaker. And it's 0-1 with a runner on second, 1 out. 2 runs across the plate here in the bottom of the third for the Cougars. They claw their way back. Down 7 to start. They need down just a nickel. And, of course, after the visit, Aaron Morgan, you hope he's calmed down a bit. We await the 0-1. Here it comes. Curveball just misses inside, 1-1.
There's still just 1 out. So that's the problem here for Mount Vernon in this case. Not as ominous as it was.
No. Still pretty far distance away as the precip on the radar. As the 1-1 will be sent to the right center field. Jones will get underneath it, called off by Giants, and dropped. And so now the throw will be ahead of the runner to third base, and that's a good stop by Hayes. And then the second, though, as they allow the runner to get second on the throw to third.
Second error of the day. Second error of the inning for Mount Vernon. That is not something that needs to happen. That's a center fielder ball all the way. Call it off. Then they threw it in. What they did wrong was try to throw the runner out of third. That didn't help them because you throw it to third, the runner from home goes to second. And that ends the chance for double play, at least out of that situation.
Now a good opportunity for the Cougars. Dylan Smith struck out his last time, but has a double RBI chance with 1 out. Runners are on second and third. Takes a pitch inside. It's quickly 1-0 to the Cougar third baseman.
And the plate is jumping around on Mr. Morgan right now.
7-2 ball game here in the bottom of the third. Rams trying to get out of the inning. That's going to be a foul ball tapped to the backstop here, and it'll be 1-1 to Smith. Interesting.
Story might be after this inning, Mount Vernon comes to the dugout and they have a little discussion. They will be listening. The discussion will be at them from the staff.
Well, after the 1-1 tap down the third baseline, it'll be picked up by Hayes in foul territory. It's 1-2. Of course, Mill was getting tossed in the dirt yesterday, getting dirty. I have a feeling now in the Ram dugout, not the only dirty hat.
No. Some discuss as far as focus. And it's one thing you have 7-0. You don't want to sit there and shut her down and then allow Central to have some confidence, which they're gaining with every run they're able to score here.
1 ball, 2 strikes to count, 1 out, runners on second and third. 7-2 ball game with Cougars having gotten 2 runs here in the bottom half of the inning. Foul ball over the third base dugout. It'll be out of play and stay 1-2. And, of course, out of the rhythm, out of the element where the Rams coming in, of course, due to the testing today. We'll see what happens. Stuff can be a factor. Is that statewide?
Yeah.
Everybody does it. District. So, theoretically, you'd have the same situation here. The Cougars as well. Bottom of the third, 7-2 ball game. 2 on and 1 out. Curveballs can be fisted. First base side. Catcher Weber will give chase and make a 2-handed fundamental grab. There's your second out.
Yeah, they had to be careful there because Morgan and Weber were both running over there, and Morgan remembered by halfway once Weber caught the ball near the first base dugout that home plate was left unoccupied. So Morgan got back covered and it's to pop out for the second out of the inning.
Now 2 away with 2 aboard. Houston Cruzy, the catcher, stands in. He struck out his last time, but it has 2 on and 2 out here in the bottom of the third, trailing by 5. Another lefty in the Cougar lineup. The right-handed pitcher Morgan out of the stretch will come. That's ball in. That's a foul tip. 0-1.
IHSA is eliminated by vote the contact in the summer.
So many options to talk about on your Saturday sports show. It's back this Saturday morning after the 8 o'clock news right here on AM 940 as a fastball misses high. 1-1. A lot has happened this week in the world of sports. The Rams looking for a new men's basketball coach. Wayne City looking for a new men's basketball coach. Desiree Woodlawn Waltonville hires a football coach. Carbondale hired a week ago. Delave hired. Sparta left. 1 ball, 2 strikes here. 2 gone in the bottom of the third with 2 aboard. And reaches out for one. It was well in the opposite batter's box. So there goes the Cougars. Though they scored 2 here in the bottom of the third, it's 7-2 Rams. And this is Mount Vernon Baseball from WMIX Sports.
Qualifications and rules apply. See institution for details.
Hi, I saw your ad for a checking account that earns interest on my money.
Oh, yes, that's our plutonium account, and it requires $50,000 to open.
What? How am I supposed to grow my money when I can't even afford to open the account?
Introducing Kasasa, free checking, where even the smallest balance earns high yields, plus refunds on ATM fees nationwide. Try Kasasa.com. Kasasa.
Visit People's National Bank or peoplesnationalbank.com for your Kasasa checking. Member FDIC.
For 16 years, I wrote about the area's great teams. Now I'm part of a great team, the sales team, Schmidt Ford of Salem. Hi, folks, it's Mike McManus, and I'm proud to be part of the Schmidt Ford family. Whether it be a new or pre-owned vehicle, let me or any other of our professional sales consultants help you find your next car or truck. You'll be glad you did. So stop by Schmidt Ford of Salem or visit us online at schmidtfordofsalem.com.
This is Mount Vernon Rams Baseball, powered by Community First Bank of the Heartland.
7 runs, 5 hits, 2 errors, 2 left on base for the Rams. 2 runs on 3 hits, 2 errors, 4 left on base for the Central Cougars. And, of course, we come to the top of the 4th. 2 up for the Rams will be at the top of the order with Ryan Campbell, Reed Millwood, and Thomas Weber. In Tim Holloway's lineup, Community First Bank of the Heartland is the official voice of high school sports on WMIX. Find them in their 5 Jefferson County branches located in Mountford and Dix, Woodlawn, and Ina. And welcome back to Personal Banking, member FDIC. 7-2, Rams up 5. Looking to add some more here in this top half of the 4th inning. They do it against Boston here at the top of the 4th. Came on, had 2 pitches, got the final out of that 3rd inning. But see if the Rams are able to get to this new Central hurler. Try not to yaw there it went. First pitch fastball, tipped. It'll be 0-1 to Ryan Campbell. Campbell singled and scored in the first, ground out the 3rd, his 2nd time up. That ended the bottom half of the 2nd inning. Winding and firing Lacosto. It's going to miss low and away. The count evens up to Campbell. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Cloud cover officially.
Yeah. Overcast here in Clinton County as the 1-1 comes. Popped up, foul toward the backstop. Will there be a chance for the catcher? Nope. Oh, yeah. There would have been.
It would have been, but it had been tight. Try to get over there and get it. Not getting hurt, injured, run to the fence.
So 1-2 now the count for the Rams shortstop, Ryan Campbell, leading things off here in the top of the 4th, followed by Millwood and Weber. Pike, should anybody get aboard here in the Ram lineup. Started with sunny skies, temperature of around the 66, 67 degree mark. Here at Central Community High School, just off of Old Route 50, west of Breeze. One ball, 2 strikes coming. Ground ball with the third baseman off the top of the mitt for Smith. Picks it up, fires across. 5-3 will be the first out.
Good recovery, knocked it down. Good hands and a strong throw. Just the first out of the inning for the Cougars. Action in the Rams pen. Sam Storman, maybe?
No.
Blake? Nope.
Side session for Tyler?
Might be.
No, he's catching. Fouled up somewhere.
Back right behind us. Aaron threw a lot of pitches in that 3rd inning, so I don't know if he's not supposed to be out. 17.
Hayes? Looks like it. Oh, 17. Good call. Yeah, it is. 0-1 is going to be blooped into right field, and that'll drop for a base hit. Millwood's going to round first and stay put, and that'll be a one-out single to bring in Thomas Weber, who doubled and on an error went to third base. Came in on the sac fly RBI by Jake Pike. Tony Wilt would love to help your family with all of their insurance needs. Find them on 42nd and South Water Tower in Mount Vernon, online at TonyWilt.com, or look for the White State Farm Jeep around town. Doing our very best to get you caught up on scores throughout the afternoon. Find us on Twitter at WMIX Sports. Inside pitch, pops straight up, right side of the mound. First baseman will call off the pitcher, and that'll be your second out.
I would say Mr. Hayes just went down there to kind of keep loose. And if Mr. Morgan gets in trouble or something happens, then he can be next.
Base is empty, 2 gone for Jake Pike. Just missed going yard again today. Our deepest part of right center field. Lefty will stand in with 1 out and 2 out here in the top of the 4th. Got about Millwood over there at first base. And now, lifts one down the right field line. Should be real estate. Making a leaping grab out there in right field, of course, is Brent Timmons. So there go the Rams, stranding 1 here in the 4th. Still 7-2. This is Mount Vernon Baseball from WMIX Sports.
How can we keep the people we love safe and secure in their own home? Let the Medicine Shop's home medical equipment team help you with all your mobility and specialty product needs. They provide mobility products like motorized scooters, wheelchairs, and home stair lifts. The Medicine Shop's expertly trained staff can also provide car and van lift installations, and they offer a full service repair facility for medical equipment, whether you purchased it from them or somewhere else. Here's pharmacist and pharmacy owner Eric Black.
We service a 60-mile radius area, so a pretty wide area. We service orders from several area hospitals, and we have the staff in place that really sets us apart. We have 3 respiratory therapists and 2 seating specialists to help with seating on wheelchair and power chair needs. And we just feel that we have the staff and the warehousing and the facilities in place to really set us apart from any of our competitors in the area.
The Medicine Shop Pharmacy, 2339 Broadway in Mount Vernon.
Back to Mount Vernon Rams baseball, powered by Community First Bank of the Heartland.
Hey, welcome you back, WMIX and WMIXSports.com, as we head to the bottom half of the 4th inning. Due up will be Dakota Hour, Bill McCosto, and Austin Rockers in the Cougar lineup. 7-2 your score here in the bottom half of the 4th. The Cougars crack the goose egg in the bottom half of the 3rd inning. We'll see if the new Ram pitcher can kind of keep things going here in the bottom half of the 4th. It'll be Derek Hayes taking over on the hill. Looks like Braden Smith over at third base. They all should relatively remain the same for the Rams in the lineup. You'd assume that Braden Smith will bat in place of Aaron Morgan. But we'll find out when that spot in the order comes up. We'll have the numbers, of course, on Morgan here in just a moment. He went 3 innings. Hayes' first pitch will be a fastball across the outside corner to Dakota Hour, the second baseman. Right out to short as last time.
3 hits, 2 runs, none earned, 2 walks, 5 Ks for Mr. Morgan.
First pitch lifted, or I should say the 0-1 pitch lifted right to the bed of Ryan Campbell at short, so there is out number 1.
That's what you got to do. You come in with a 5-run lead, throw strikes. Get the job done. At this point, if Derek Hayes goes 4 innings, he gets the win.
First pitch to the pitcher, Dylan McCosto, will miss this off in the corner. 1 ball, no strikes. Austin Rockers in the on deck circle. Rams on top, 7-2 here in the top half of it, or excuse me, the bottom half of the 4th inning. As we wait the 1-0, fastball down the middle, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Clearing up in the west, northwest, so things not as ominous. Definitely get this one in.
1-1 coming. Ooh, low, 2 balls and 1 strike. And Rockers on deck. Richter in the hole here for the Cougars. Back at baseball tomorrow on Thursday afternoon. Of course, the Rams will have this Outsoft Crusaders. Spots up sky high. Don't want it to bring rain, but it might. As on the grass will come right and be able to make the grab for back-to-back outs.
That's interesting.
More harm than good.
And, yeah, the glasses I had to shed a while ago because it was too dark to see.
We have first, wasn't it? Yeah. There we go. 2-1 the count. Or that was the old count to the old batter. First pitch to Austin Rockers is going to catch.
Orphans lead Edwardsville 4-0.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
0-1 the count, 2 outs, nobody aboard for Rockers, and that'll just miss outside to the left-handed batter. 1 ball, 1 strike. Community First Bank of the Heartland is the official voice of high school sports here on WMIX. Find them online at CountFirstBank.net. Learn more about one checking. It's free checking and high-yield interest as that slips away from the mid of the catcher. It'll be 2-1 outside to the left-handed batter, Austin Rockers, also the left fielder, coincidentally. Center fielder Jones straight away. Third baseman looks about even with the bag against the left-handed batter. As the 2-1 pitch comes in, and that's going to just miss low and outside, 3-1. Rams Crusaders tomorrow, weather permitting, of course, WMIX and WMIXsports.com. Follow us on Twitter. Stay up to date about the goings-on in that game at WMIX Sports. As the next one got dirty, and that's a 2-out walk to Austin Rockers to bring in Brandon Richter, who's 0 for 2. Guy's not quite as on this when you take the shades off.
No, I took them off on the top of this inning, and the way we're not going to be useful.
1 on and 2 out, a pitch in the dirt to Brandon Richter, and it's 1-0. Rams will set up Hayes, the pitcher's spot, and Blake Jones. Of course, the pitcher's spot should belong to Braden Smith, who moved into third base when third baseman Hayes took over a pitcher, and now another one misses high. It's 2-0. So it's hitting the spots early, but now missing up. Some in the dirt as well. 2-0 coming outside. It'll be 3 balls, no strikes.
Jones kind of went funky on us. Kind of went funky around on us here.
3-0 the count. 2 gone. A runner on first. Trying to avoid back-to-back walks here in the fourth, and this is going to miss high.
A walk here today from the Rams. Giving away free passes like at the county fair. To the Carney rides. Mount Vernon's got to get some things straightened out here.
Shortstop Kellen Lake, he walked and scored his last time. He's reached base both times today. Singled back at the first. As we near the bottom of the hour, this is WMIX Mount Vernon, a free service from Withers Broadcasting. Runner on, 2 on and 2 gone here in the inning. First pitch strike to the left-handed Lake, 0-1. Check on the runner at second. High throw, and they still pick off the runner who was napping. And that gets the Rams out of the inning. Through 4, it's 7-2 Mount Vernon. This is Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. By now you have heard about our new One Checking product. The new One Account is a high-interest earning, free checking account designed for everyone. Unlike other banks that pay interest on higher balance, this account pays interest on all balances. From high schoolers to Warren Buffett, One will work for you. You can talk to one of us at 244-3000 and learn about the details. One, exclusively at Community First Bank. You will be one happy customer. Member FDIC.
Registration for summer classes at Rindley College is going on now. The 8-week summer term is a great chance to catch up on classes you need, from general education to electives and more. Curious about starting college or even a little nervous? Summer is a good time for new students to find out what Rindley College can do for you. Registration for summer classes continues through June 6th. Call us at 618-437-5321 or find us online at rlc.edu. Rindley College, your journey starts here.
Streaming worldwide at WMIXsports.com. This is Mount Vernon Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports.
The top of the fifth we go from Central High School. The Mount Vernon Rams on top of the Cougars by a score of 7-2. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside on WMIX and WMIXsports.com. It'll be Derek Hayes, Braden Smith, and Blake Jones in the Ram lineup to start things off.
Be a kind of inning if you're Mount Vernon. Try to come out and put a 5 spot up short game. And get you a little credibility back here. You know, if you get something done like that here in the fifth, see what at the top of the order, that would, or not top of the order, but middle of the order.
First pitch in the dirt to Derek Hayes. The count is 1 ball and no strikes. You're tired of big corporate banking. You have a choice in Jefferson County. Community First Bank is at home at Dixon at Woodlawn and Mount Vernon. Welcome back to Personal Banking, member FDIC. Let's see what happens on the 1-0. Here it comes to Hayes. That's foul down the third base line. The count will even at 1-1.
manicured infield here.
Great looking field.
Good grass. Nice little field. It's out here on the west side of high school.
North of the football field.
It's a nice sports facility. A lot of them here in Breeze.
1-1 count, and that is going to be up in the zone, but a strike nonetheless. It's 1-2 now to Hayes. Chatter from the Ram dugout on the first base side. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Hayes leads it off at the top of the 5th. Rams up 5. It's 7-2 as that'll come up and in. And good enough in the zone. That'll be the first out.
First one. Not a swing that Derek would like to leave the plate with, but we'll have to by the rules.
Baseball and softball are upon us. Check out Winning Edge for your team's uniforms and fan apparel. Find Winning Edge in downtown Mount Vernon at 212 South 9th. And on the web at winningedgeusa.com, find a ground ball to the shortstop behind the back, picks it up, fires at first. And Smith, on the first pitch he sees, is retired. 6-3 for the second out.
That lush, thick grass out there sucked that ball down. There was no speed on that by the time it got through running in the infield to the shortstop.
So that'll bring in Blake Jones. The base is empty. RBI base hit his last time up, still the base. And now trying to bunt his way on with a base hit. That'll be bunted to foul.
Would have beat it. Yep. Let's just turn the bat a little too much and guided it foul. Out of third base bag.
Top of the 5th, 2 outs and nobody on. Rams are on top 7-2. They were hoping for more, but Lacosta's done a great job of shutting things down here as the 0-1 comes up and in on the hands of Jones. Easy lob play for the shortstop, Lake. 1-2-3 go the Rams here in the 5th. Through 4.5, it's still 7-2 Mount Vernon. This is Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. Now is a great time to move your account to Community First Bank. With our new One account offering the highest interest rate in the market, free checking, and CD specials delivered by people you know and trust, why would you not bank with the market leader in Jefferson County? We offer 5 locations with 7 ATMs and have been serving the Jefferson County market since 1906. Stop in and see why our bank is the fastest growing bank in Jefferson County. Community First Bank. Welcome back to personal banking. Member FDIC.
You need a great quality new-to-you vehicle. There's a reason why Second Chance Auto has been helping put families into affordable, dependable vehicles for over 34 years. Honest, fair deals. Ain't nothing fancy, just great vehicles with warranties and bank rate financing for all. That's the only way Second Chance Auto will do business. They're receiving new vehicles every day. So be sure to stop by and find out how you can save thousands on the total cost of your vehicle. Helping people get out a great, dependable vehicle for over 34 years. Second Chance Auto, Route 142 East in Mount Vernon. Call 244-4582.
Broadcasting live from the WMIX Sports Mobile Studios. Driven by King City Chrysler. This is Mount Vernon Rams Baseball.
Welcome back on WMIX and WMIXSports.com. Bottom of the 5th here at Central. For the Cougars, it'll be 2, 3, and 4 as Lake was actually at the plate when they picked the runner off a second in the threat in the 4th inning. Rams with a 1, 2, 3 in the top half, but now a first pitch ball makes it 1-0 to Lake. He'll take a strike across this time for 1-1.
Yeah, some concern about the Rams because of their, they fire early and then nothing, not a lot of offense since.
That 1-1 well outside. It's 2-1. Good stop there by Weber. Leadoff batter is Lake, followed by Timmons and Streaker here in the Cougar half of the 5th.
After 4, Centralia leads Edwardsville 4-zip.
That is very interesting. As the 2-1 comes in the corner, 2 balls, 2 strikes to Lake.
Centralia was a very disappointed and sad bunch of orphans. And the JV's done. Our main man.
Nice. 2-2 coming outside. Full count down to Lake. Leading things off here in the bottom half of the 5th. The WMIX Sports Mobile Studios are driven by King City Chrysler. For service without appointment, it's Express Lane, Fast Oil Change to the Morgue, 1603 Broadway in the King City. As a full count offering, swung on a miss. That is strikeout for Hayes. 1 out now and nobody on the bottom of the 5th. That'll bring in Brent Timmons.
JV Rams won 12-0, allegedly.
So they tell us.
So they tell us. Not sure. They're sitting on the bleachers now doing nothing.
Salty.
Yeah. Kuyava's sleeping, though. I can tell that.
First pitch to Brent Timmons is low and in for a ball. 1-0 the count. One gone, nobody on. Streaker in the on-deck circle. Cougars trail 7-2. Have out to the first base dugout on the fastball from Hayes, and now it's 1-1. Oh, man.
That JV game didn't take very long.
Got in pretty quickly. 1 ball, 1 strike to Timmons. Here it comes from Hayes. Good curveball at the plate, 1-2.
Snapped that one off quite nicely.
Wasn't expecting that.
Neither was the hitter.
I left my G off as expecting. 1-2 coming. Another one. Dribbler down the first base side. Hayes will get to it. Quick scoop over to first. Good grab by Pike, and 1-3 is your second out.
Well, even better communication. There you have a third baseman and a first baseman, and the third baseman's pitching. He's not used to that. I had to call Pike off, so I got it. I'll pitch it to you, and have the second out of the inning.
Your community, your choice, your bank with 5 locations with friends and neighbors on staff who understand your needs. Community First Bank keeps it simple. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Member FDIC. The official voice of high school sports here on WMIX. Base is empty, 2 outs. Jack Streaker stands in. Reached on an errors last time. Takes the ball just off of the plate here for 1-0.
Wow. Upper plate. Circled. No corners.
Next one coming. Ooh. Outside corner, 1-1.
Okay. Uh-huh.
2 gone. Bases are empty here.
Milk bowl's in place of the plate.
1-1 coming. That's going to come inside, but just misses the uni of Jack Streaker. He stays up at the plate with 2-1. Back at it tomorrow, the Rams and the Outtop Crusaders, 4:15 pregame. You're on AM 940 and WMIXsports.com. And this is looped in the right center field for a base hit. A 2-out single for Streaker will bring in Dylan Smith.
He's reached base twice. A couple hits in the same spot. That one was an error. That one was a hit.
Oh, yeah, that was that one.
Cold air gets to you. Not real warm today. Not like frigid, but cool.
A little bit. Comfortable. A real feelings of discomfort as Dylan Smith stands in. Takes a first pitch ball low, and it's 1-0. 7-2 your score. Rams on top in the bottom of the 5th. 1 on and 2 out for the Cougars. They'll check on the runner at first. And nothing doing over there.
Don't think he'll be moving, get down 5 runs, unless he's 110% sure he can steal the next base.
1-0 coming. That's going to be it at left center field. Jones on the run. Yep. There he is. 2-handed grab on the run for Jones in the left center field. That'll do things for the Cougars in the 5th. Through 5, it's 7-2 Mount Vernon. This is Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports.
Hi, Roy Schmidt, Ford dealer, Ford Square, Mount Vernon. We have one of the hottest car lines in the industry with the Ford Fiesta, Focus, and Fusion. The Ford brand was the top-selling brand in the United States in 2013, and we at Ford Square are determined to make that happen again in 2014. Ford is number 1 because the Fusion hugs curves and embraces fuel efficiency. The Focus is your friend at the pump and your love on the road. And the Ford Fiesta is taking fun and efficiency further. We have over 40 of these cars in stock right now waiting for you. We can offer huge cashback savings and want to deal. We will do anything to make 2014 even better and keep Ford number 1. Come see our associates at Ford Square, 1501 Broadway, Mount Vernon, Illinois, and we will show you why the best never rests. You can always view our new and pre-owned inventory online at fordsquare.com.
Broadcasting live from the WMIX Sports Mobile Studios, driven by Ford Square. This is Mount Vernon Rams Baseball.
WMIX and WMIXsports.com. As we head to the top of the 6th for the Rams, we'll see 8, 9, and 1. It'll be Giants, Brookman, and Ryan Campbell in the Ram lineup. They lead 7-2 as we head to this top of the 6th. Dylan Acosta out for another inning of work. And it's pitched pretty well.
Done a great job in relief. I mean, he's come in and slammed the door on Mount Vernon. Not much cloud here, and made it a 7-2 game here in the 6th, and Central still has a chance.
5 Jefferson County branches and responsive quality service for all of your accounts. Community First Bank would like to be the first to say, welcome back to Personal Banking. Remember, FDIC as the first pitch comes low and away to Zach Gines for ball one. So Work gets ahead here. 1 ball, no strikes. Leading things off in the top half of the Rams 6 up 7-2. Picasso out of the windup. Righty will come with it, and that's going to come in this time, and it'll be a 2-0 count here to Gines. Lady Rams also have the Alsop Crusaders tomorrow. That'll be at 4:30 at the Cusimano Sports Complex. Tapped to second base side. Bauer will pick it up, fires across, and 4-3 will be the first out of the inning. So that brings in Zach Brookman. 1 out, the base is empty. Like College offers over 100 degree certificate programs for thousands less. See which is right for you with full descriptions at rlc.edu. Fly online while you're there.
This guy, I'm very impressed. He's come in and been around the plate the whole time. Mount Vernon just can't do anything with him, but throwing strikes. And this level, that's so important. If it is at every level.
Nothing in 1. Should convert to 0-2, but it just misses low. 1 ball, 1 strike.
I'd have called it.
1-1 the count, 1 out. Nobody on here for the Rams at the top of the 6th. Zach Brookman stands in, pitch in route. Check swing foul toward the first base dugout. It'll be 1-2.
Brock Fulkerson on that. He was.
No, he's not.
No, he looked. He gave an effort. Even better hands there by Coach McClure. Threw it to him, and Brock flat whiffed. Ryan Campbell's like, where'd that ball come from? If he's on deck.
Out of the windup on the 1-2 with 1 out. Here it comes. High, took a little off, but it'll be a 2-2 count. Three in the first, 4 in the third. That's been the Ram offense today. They lead 7-2. Central answered 2 of the runs in the bottom half of the third inning. That's been it. As we fouled off toward the school, it'll stay 2 balls and 2 strikes. WMIX Sports Mobile Studios, driven by Ford Square. 1501 Broadway in Mount Vernon. Log on to FordSquare.com to schedule your service appointment online.
Right over the top of the bus. Scott Gamber hasn't been nominated and elected to go get that foul ball.
2-2 the count. Here it comes. That's going to be a ground ball, third base side into foul territory. And guess what? We do it again. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Brian Campbell, the junior shortstop, is in the on-deck circle in the top of the 6th. 7-2, Rams on top. Just joining us. Give us a follow on the Twitterverse if you haven't already at WMIX Sports. 2-2 Kelvin. There it is. It reaches out for that. Lifts it foul down the right field line.
Bergman's making him pitch. Seeing some more pitches and a good at-bat.
Brock Wilkerson did actually go get that.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Oh, he had to move.
Probably not happy about it.
Well, he probably isn't. He was comfortable.
2-2 the count. Here comes. This one's going to be right back up the middle, almost, wasn't it? As the plush grass got a hold of that one. It'll be a 1-out single for Brookman.
He could lose a golf ball or 2 out here in this surface. And a baseball gets eaten up when it goes through it.
Very nice surface they have. A lot of hard work put into it, of course. Saw Coach Krask working it before the game. Together very nicely as Ryan Campbell stands in with a runner on and 1 out at the top of the 6th. Rams looking for more with a 7-2 lead as Lacoste steps off momentarily. Looks to runner back to first base. Brookman, a 1-out single a moment ago, right back up the middle. Now a pitch up and in to Campbell is 1-0. Scoreboard updates are presented by your State Farm agent in Mount Vernon, Tony Wilt. Find him online at TonyWilt.com. Look for the white State Farm Jeep around town and get to a better state in his office there. The State Farm office, 42nd and South Water Tower. Pop sky high, foul territory, first base line. No problem for Streaker, and there's your second out.
Yeah. ABs haven't been as kind as they were yesterday that night for the Rams. Mr. Millwood up.
2 outs and a runner on board. Reed is sacked today. He's also ground out to third. It's single. Now I'll pop one foul near the bus. That'll be it.
That's it.
On the foul ball, 0-1 the count. Weber on deck for the Rams here at the top of the 6th. 2 outs and 1 aboard. 1 pitch in routes, waved at and missed, and it'll be 0-2. Well, down to the first, nothing doing.
Berkman was off and running. He had to nosedive back into the bag. Millwood swung and missed that, and the catcher threw in behind him.
No balls, 2 strikes to Reed Millwood. The sophomore second baseman. Pitch on the way is going to be high. The runner going. Throw is going to be late. At the second base with a stolen bag is Zach Berkman.
And he was one to go to pitch before. Couldn't make himself do it. Got through that time with stole the base. Got in scoring position now with 2 out.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. An RBI chance now for Millwood with the runner on second base. Costo comes in, and this one is going to be popped up in the right field. Should be a problem for Mr. Timmons. He'll make the grab, and we are through 5.5. It's still 7-2 Rams. This is Mountain Baseball from WMIX Sports.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. By now you have heard about our new One Checking product. The new One Account is a high-interest earning, free checking account designed for everyone. Unlike other banks that pay interest on higher balance, this account pays interest on all balances. From high schoolers to Warren Buffett, One will work for you. You can talk to one of us at 244-3000 and learn about the details. One, exclusively at Community First Bank. You will be one happy customer. Member FDIC.
Has bad credit or lack of credit kept you from buying a vehicle? It won't at Automart of Salem. Automart of Salem is your buy here, pay here headquarters. All credit applications are accepted, regardless of your credit history. We take pride in our selection of pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. Each vehicle is inspected by our experienced service department before it makes the lot, something that is not done at many other buy here, pay here dealerships. This is Manager Amy Thompson. I encourage you to come see me today. I will not allow your credit history to stop you from getting behind the wheel of a pre-owned quality vehicle. Come see me at Automart, located next to Schmidt Ford in Salem.
Find us on Facebook. This is Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports.
Bottom of the 6th at Central. It's still 7-2 Mount Vernon as we'll see Houston Crucy, Dakota Auer, and Dylan LaCosto here in the bottom half, inning number 6. Rams on top by 5, and Derek Hayes will be given the duty of trying to keep it at that deficit. Rams Baseball, of course, presented in part by Second Chance Auto. Route 142 East in Mount Vernon. Large selection of pre-owned vehicles priced for $10,000 in one location. Well, bank rate financing. No fancy sales or gimmicks at Second Chance Auto. Just honest deals on great vehicles, as we will have a bench hitter.
Inning getting late for Breeze Central if they want to come back in this one. They have 6 more outs. See how that goes.
Colby Schulte will be the pinch hitter. Colby with a K. Fouls one up first base side, and just like that, quick history made of the at-bat of Colby
Thomas Weber's bouncing around today. 2 catches over by the first base dugout he's had with all that equipment on for a quick 1-pitch, 1-out start to the bottom of the 6th for Derek Hayes. He says, I can do this.
Now Jace Timmerman will bat. Freshman here for the Cougars with 1 out and the base is empty. Takes the pitch low and away for ball 1. That is still LaCosto in the on-deck circle, though. Yeah. That will not change at this point. As we wait the 1-0, there it is. Outside corner, 1 ball, 1 strike to Timmerman. There's a name synonymous with Clinton County. Yeah.
A little success here and there.
1-1 the count. Base is empty. 1 out. Popped up right side. Off the mound. Hayes will be caught off by Jake Pike. 2-handed grab.
Pike says, get out of here. You are a third baseman playing pitcher right now. Go back to the hill.
Bottom of the 6th inning, 7-2 game. 2 outs and the base is empty for Dylan LaCosto, the relief pitcher. He's pitched well in relief. Hasn't allowed a run. I think limited the Rams to just 2 hits. Now takes the first pitch high for ball 1. 7-2 game because the Rams are up 5. Looks like they were going to put it away early, but the change in pitching certainly helped out the Cougars, and it's now 2-0 to LaCosta.
Kind of stymied Central into actually Mount Vernon's bats into a Central favor. Haven't been able to score since the 3rd.
2-0 Calvin. Misses blow. 3 balls and no strikes with Rockers on deck.
Yeah, Mount Vernon scored 7 runs in the first 3 innings. Haven't scored any in the next 3.
3-0 from Hayes, and that's going to miss high. It'll be a 2-out walk with Rockers approaching.
It'll be a courtesy runner at first, I would assume. Maybe not.
Community First Bank has one checking. It's free checking and high-yield interest. Just ask for one. Community First Bank of the Heartland. Welcome back to Personal Banking, member FDIC. The courtesy runner for the pitcher will be a sophomore, Mitchell Rule. By Rule. He will courtesy run. The 2 outs and 1 on to the left. The Austin Rockers, a left fielder. Scores 2 runs on 4 hits with 2 errors and 6 left aboard for the Cougars. 7-7-2 for the line for the Rams. That's out of the stretch. Pitch delivered by Derek Hayes. Will be bunted to foul on a pop-up by Rockers. It's 0-1.
Not sure I like that with 2 outs.
Video streaming returns for the commencement exercises, the class of 2014, on May the 24th. Watch it live at WMIX94.com or WMIXsports.com, presented by Red Lake College. Log on to rlc.edu to see how you can save thousands on your college education. As 0-1 becomes even here. 1 ball, 1 strike on a pitch that misses. One inside. It's going to miss 2 balls and a strike here to Rockers.
Got a November-esque kind of day with a low cloud cover here in April. Already at the end of April, almost.
Grass looks amazing in front of us, though, as we went to 2-1. Low and away, 3 balls and a strike here to Rockers. Richter in the on-deck circle here for the Cougars. They're half of the 6th here on the road at Breeze. 7-2 ball game. Rams on top have not scored since the 3rd when they played at 4. Here comes. Ground ball just outside the bag. It'll be foul. The count works full.
And the runner will be off from first with 2 outs. Full count.
Full count, 2 gone. A runner aboard here in the bottom of the 6th. Central down 5. Make or break time, and it's going to see its way through the right side of the infield for a base hit. The runner's going to go to third. There'll be runners in the corners.
Get 2 quick, easy outs, and how many times you see at this level the pitcher will let down, gives up a walk, leaves it, goes to a full count, pitch up in his own, bang, base hit. And all the Cougars, when they come up to bat, they are in the belief system of the wristbands with the colors and numbers, which all signify something. And Connor Story and Morgan end the pen. Connor Story would be the guy.
Derek Hayes, the pitcher out of the stretch. Runners in the corners, 2 outs. Fires the first pitch strike to Richter. He's 0 for 2, and it's 0-1. He walked his last time up. It was stranded in the 4th. Stranded on the pickoff play off the second base. 0-1. Fouled back, and quickly it's 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runners in the corners for the Cougars, trailing 7-2 here, home half of the 6th. Ball that just misses. Outside to the left-hander, it's 1-2. Got started about 4:26. Now 5 shy of the top of the 6 o'clock hour here on WMIX Mount Vernon. As a 1-2 pitch will come. Now they will throw down the first, but first base was open.
Yep. Doesn't matter. It's 2 outs. You have to throw down the first.
There we go. We are through the top of the 6th, through 6.5 it is, or through 6 indeed, actually. Scoreboard changed through me. It's 7-2. Rams on top. Keep it here between innings. It's presented by Community First Bank of the Heartland. Welcome back to Personal Banking, member FDIC. 5 Jefferson County branches and responsive quality service for all of your accounts. Community First Bank also has friends and neighbors on staff who understand your needs. Welcome back to Personal Banking, member FDIC. For the Rams here in the top half of the 7th, it is Thomas Weber, Jake Pike, Derek Hayes in the Ram lineup. 3, 4, and 5 do up on top 7-2, and Rams looking to come away with win number 12. They can hang on for another inning, maybe get some run support here and shut them down in the bottom half of the 7th. We'll see what happens. As we will have Brucey back out to catch, reinserted into the lineup. So just come out for an at-bat. We'll see too many other changes around the horn for the Cougars defensively. We'll see if there's any changes coming for the Mount Vernon Rams offensively here in the top half of this 7th inning. Scoreboard updates today are presented by your State Farm agent, Tony Wilt. Find him online at TonyWilt.com or look for the White State Farm Jeep around town. Or as always, find him in his office on the corner of 42nd and South Water Tower in Mount Vernon and get you a better state with State Farm. A decent day for the Rams, up and down type of day, though.
Yeah, it came out guns blazing early and then kind of, cruise control. The emotion, the fire, the drive that may have been there yesterday isn't there today. And, of course, that's expected after beating Centralia, but yet you don't want to let off the gas pedal. Nobody in this day and age is good enough to turn it on, turn it off, especially in the game of baseball.
First pitch to Weber, swung a miss, will be 0-1 as he leads things off here in the top of the 7th. 7-2, Rams up 5. Looking to add some more here before heading to the bottom half. The last chance for the Cougars will be Lake, Timmons, and Streaker. That one's up and in.
I think what the coaching staff at Mount Vernon wins, we disappointed in the way the Rams went about their business. Kind of a lackadaisical thing going on.
Inside pitch to Weber, fouled off toward the third base dugout. It's quickly 1 ball, 2 strikes. He was hit back in the first, came around to score on the 2 RBI triple by Pike. Doubled, and with the third on an error in the third, came in to score on the sac fly by Jake Pike. A pretty good day at the dish himself. This one gets dirty. The count back even to Thomas Weber, 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Grinding at bat. Coach Holloway in this inning. Obviously, besides, the obvious team will run hits. Wants to see some grinding at bats. Guys working counts, getting something they want.
2-2 the count. Weber leading it off here in the 7th. Curveball. Fouled back, and it stays 2-2.
A little bit high out of his zone. Barely able to get a nick of fake metal on it.
Out of the windup will come the pitcher, Lacasto. Fouled back again to stay alive by Weber. And we do the 2-2 all over again. 7-2 ball game, top of the 7th. Here from Central Community High School. The baseball field just west of the field. Looks to pawn old Route 50. Runs right in front of the high school. 2-2 coming again. It's high. It'll be a full count to Weber.
It's a good at-bat for Thomas. This is what Coach Holloway's looking for here. Game like this. Trying some at-bats here in the middle of this order.
Make or break time for pitcher and batter on the full count. It'll be tipped to stay alive.
Another foul ball. Umpire walks out. Now Thomas Weber, at this point, this will be the 9th pitch of the at-bat that Weber has seen. A nice little battle going on here.
Right-handed pitcher, of course, for the Cougars. Right-handed catcher for the Rams. Full count, left hanging. This one will be lined down the line as a foul ball. Ripped.
Distance to foul. 10th pitch of the inning coming. Right now, Coach Thomas Weber is having a pretty good look at things here right now in this at-bat with 10 pitches coming here.
Will County leads it off here in the top of the 7th with Pike and Hayes to follow. Count is full again. Here it comes, and that'll be at the dirt. Good at bat there. It takes his base.
Yep. Great at bat. Fouled some off. Courtesy runner, Connor Story will run. There's Mr. Heat Seeker right now. He is the hottest hitter in the Rams lineup.
Batted in 3 of the runs. They had a sac fly RBI back to the 3rd. Flew out deep to right again after going out deep to right center. Back in the 3rd. Hit a home run yesterday at Centralia. See what he has today with a runner on and nobody out in the 7th. Fouled off. Fastball to go left side. It'll be 0-1 here to Jake Pike.
That hit.
Yeah, it did.
That didn't sound good.
I might have got 2.
Yeah, that first thump, though, was the worst one.
0-1 the count to Pike here in the top of the 7th. 1 on and 1 out. Rams on top 7-2. And this is going to just miss up for 1-1. High strike really hasn't been there. 1 ball, 1 strike count. Story with a marginal lead at best. Gets a secondary lead. And all for naught as it's 2-1 here to Jake Pike. Outside it missed. Rams back in action tomorrow against the Althoff Crusaders at home. Trying to avenge an earlier loss back in April. Because that wasn't that long ago. It's just now 2-2 outside corner strike zone. That last week? It was. That was last Tuesday, the 15th. 9 days later, they play the Crusaders again tomorrow. 2-2 the count to Jake Pike. Runner on first. Nobody out here in the 7th. Lacosto's pitch on the way. That's high. It's going to turn Pike in, and it's a full count.
I don't know if Story will be going from first or not. A 5, kind of cruising. Pretty Central thinks he is. They'll throw to first.
They'll do what they can to keep him honest over there off of the first base bag. Count is full to Jake Pike, 7-2. Rams on top. We'll see what he gets here on a full count offering from Dylan Lacosto. Pitch and round. Pike is going to tomahawk this in the right field. A diving stop by the right fielder, Timmons. And they're going to try to double off the runner on first, and they will. So that'll be a 9-3 double play.
Yeah, that ball was fisted. Looked like a duck snort was going to fall, and the right fielder came in and made a nice play on it. Dove out, caught it, and was able to throw to first. And the problem there was that the courtesy runner Story was already at second turning, did not pick up the baseball on the run, and that cost a double up. That won't make coaches happy.
That brings in Derek Hayes with bases empty and 2 outs. And that one was just a great play on a dive from Brent Timmons out in right field. Went out to right after being replaced by Dylan Lacosto out on the mound, who's done a great job. It misses here to Hayes. 1 ball, no strikes. 7-2 ball game here in the 7th, and this one is going to be off the ground from the... he trapped that, but nonetheless, it will still be an out. And we head to the bottom half of the 7th. Last chance for the Cougars. They trail 7-2. This is Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports.
The Chevrolet Open House event is going on now at Schmidt Chevrolet of Mount Vernon. Get big savings on the entire lineup of top-quality fuel-efficient cars like the Sonic Spark, Volt, Malibu, and Cruise, all backed by our award-winning service department. Schmidt Chevrolet is your regional Chevrolet headquarters. But hurry, the Chevrolet Open House event is here for a limited time, and these deals won't last long. Schmidt Chevrolet of Mount Vernon, 3423 Broadway in Mount Vernon.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. Now is a great time to move your account to Community First Bank. With our new One Account offering the highest interest rate in the market, free checking, and CD specials delivered by people you know and trust, why would you not bank with the market leader in Jefferson County? We offer 5 locations with 7 ATMs and have been serving the Jefferson County market since 1906. Stop in and see why our bank is the fastest growing bank in Jefferson County. Community First Bank. Welcome back to personal banking. Member FDIC.
WMIX Sports is your home for the Mount Vernon Rams, powered by Community First Bank.
Last chance 7th for the Central Cougars. They trail the Mount Vernon Rams by a score of 7-2. It'll be 2, 3, and 4 in the Central lineup. Chris Hugo with Danny Czerwinski alongside Quentin Lloyd back at our Mount Vernon studio. You can give us a follow on Twitter at WMIX Sports. But as we head to this bottom of the 7th, we'll see Lake, Timmons, and Streaker according to the original lineup. Given to us by Coach Krask. On trying to get in things here is Derek Hayes back out for his 4th inning of work. He's pitched pretty well here. Hasn't given up a run yet today, but misses inside. It'll be 1-0 to the left-handed Lake. 1-0 outside. 2 balls, no strikes now. Timmons in the on-deck circle made a great play in the top half of the 7th and doubled off the runner off the first. 9-3 is how that went. 2-0 is how this goes. Make it 2-1.
That was a great play. That right fielder made a heck of a play to dive, collect himself after the roll, and then get a good throw to first.
2-1 now. Check swing won't matter off the outside corner. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Lake. Timmons, Streaker to follow. Here in the last chance. Some of this has all been presented to you by Community First Bank of the Heartland. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Home of the one account, where one means more. It's free checking and high-yield interest. 2-2 fouled off, stays alive.
New Dodge car there. Oh, it's a temp fate. There's a lot more fate to be messed with, parking that close.
I see you.
Yeah.
2-2 count, but this one's going to be sliced the opposite way in the left field. Brooklyn will make a reach of a grab, and that will be the first
Kind
out.
of made that a little harder than what he needed to. Didn't figure the wind in. Hopefully the edge will be back from Mount Vernon tomorrow. The edge was not here today.
7 runs on 7 hits with 2 errors for the Rams. They left 4 on. 2 runs, 6 hits, 2 errors, 8 left on for the Cougars. Down to their final 2 outs, and Simmons will stand in. Base is empty, 1 out. First pitch strike across the outside corner to the right-hander. There's nothing wrong.
Okay, here you go. Mascoutah beats Waterloo 5-2. Now, see, well, Mascoutah's been that team to kind of get going.
As 0-1 will be in a left center field for a gap hit. Jones won't be able to get there. It'll get to the wall around first, headed from second is Timmons. And it will be a double for the right fielder.
Yep, it's a double right in the gap. Hamilton County beat Wayne City in baseball today 15-3. Westland leads Dupo, top of 5, 9-2. Waterloo softball beat Mascoutah 8-5. When I step off and I say he missed first, that won't happen. Even though he missed it plenty. Yeah, they're not going to call that. Not in that situation. Even though he missed.
Runner in scoring position now for Jack Streaker as they'll check on the runner at second.
Think about the Rams. They will keep you close at second one way or another. Pick-off fake or otherwise.
Had their fair share of pickoffs this season. Especially at that second base back. Pitch is going to be overthrown. It's a good stop by Weber. It'll be 1-0 here to Streaker.
Yeah, thought that, threw in behind the runner, and runner at second is lucky to get back in. Weber showing off the cannon.
Hamilton County, actually Wayne City beats Hamilton County on the softball side 12-2. As the 1-0 catches the outside corner, 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 out, a runner on second here in the bottom half of inning number 7. Last chance, of course, coming here for the Cougars. Can they make the best of it? Down 7-2. Hayes set out of the stretch, going to miss a low, and it'll be a 2-1 count here to Streaker with Smith on deck. Two balls and 1 strike. Here comes. Tapped down the third base side. Coach Krask with the not-so-soft advance there.
Yeah.
2-2.
Yeah, I bought a little spin on it.
One on, 1 out. The 2-2 pitch on the way, and that is going to be trapped by Campbell.
6:30, runner had to stay, couldn't run with it. Campbell made a nice play on the in-between hop. And
would have been an out, they didn't go.
Would have been. Well, obvious though here. Cougars on their last out.
Last chance is Dylan Smith with the runner in scoring position. 2 outs at the bottom of the 7th. A 7-2 ball game. Rams looking to get win number 12 on the year and improve to 12-9-1. Smith will stand in. Hayes out of the stretch. Comes inside. Just misses 1-0. Barring a 5-run output, we'll have your Schmidt-Chevrolet postgame show coming up after the break. As we await the 1-0. It's 2-0 now. It gets dirty outside. 2 balls, no strikes to Dylan Smith, the third baseman, who's 0 for 3. Always the batter that scares me in the bottom of the 7th. 2-0 coming out of the stretch, right off of the outside corner. Good fastball, and that's going to be 2-1. 7-2, Rams on top, looking to go home with a win. Crusaders tomorrow at 4:30. You can find it here on WMIX. 2-1 in the dirt, 3 balls and a strike. You can find Schmidt Chevrolet at 3423 Broadway in Mount Vernon, or schedule your service appointments online at schmidtchevrolet.com. 3-1. Swung on a miss. The count's full. So, Cougars down to their final strike.
Connor Story heading down to warm up. Oh, what? steal there.
Full count coming. This one is going to be in the right center field for another 2-out base hit. And the run is going to come in to score. No concede. It's 7-3.
Yep, give up the run. Connor Story down to warm up again. We get to the bottom of the order here.
Bring in Houston Crucy. 1 on and 2 out, 7-3 ball game. A run across the plate here in the bottom half of the 7th, of the last chance inning for the Cougars. Trying to make it interesting. Last out will not come as of now on a pickoff.
Oakville beat Freeburg 3-2 today.
They'll start to roll.
Yeah.
First pitch on the way, check swing. It was,
that's upper check. Wow. That's upper check swing, what that is.
Okay. So it is 0-1. A runner on and 2 outs. The left-handed batter at the plate against the right-handed pitcher. That'll come inside. It's 1-1. So they appeal and said he swing, or was it called?
No, he called it. He didn't even look. He didn't even appeal. I don't need no stinking appeal.
1-1 outside the left-handed batter. Now it becomes 2-1. Runner on first, 2 outs at the bottom of the 7th. The 7-3 ball game. Rams on top. We're going to close it out here. Hayes is going to try to end things and just misses low, 3-1.
Thought that was there. Heard that. Put your glove up so that you don't miss it.
3-1 coming. This one's going to be popped up left side. Fly ball into left field. Brookman will call it the shortstop as it was not at all within his range. That's how it'll end. It's a 7-3 final score. We'll have your Schmitz Relay postgame show up next. This is Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports.
Hi, this is Joe David Cummins, President of Community First Bank. By now you have heard about our new One Checking product. The new One Account is a high-interest earning, free checking account designed for everyone. Unlike other banks that pay interest on higher balance, this account pays interest on all balances. From high schoolers to Warren Buffett, One will work for you. You can talk to one of us at 244-3000 and learn about the details. One, exclusively at Community First Bank. You will be one happy customer. Member FDIC.
Whether it's Mother Nature's inability to decide on a season, a weekend that got a little out of hand, or just life, there's always something looking to damage your vehicle. This is Chase Landers from Landers Collision Centers. Maybe winter weather turned your full-size sedan into a compact, or a little hail has your truck looking like Swiss cheese. Perhaps a deer decided to go for a ride on your hood, or maybe your truck is missing its hitch and bumper after pulling your little brother out of the ditch last weekend. Did a bad breakup leave a little graffiti on your SUV? We hope not, but we've seen it all, and we certainly don't judge. Whatever mess life has created for your vehicle, we'll clean it up. As a direct repair facility for many insurance companies, we take care of just about everything, even getting you into a temporary vehicle while we restore yours. That's the Landers difference. Top to bottom, big or small, Landers fixes them all. Come see us in Mount Vernon and Salem and ask us about free detailing for the life of your vehicle. Or call 1-888-LANDERS. That's 1-888-LANDERS.
How can we keep the people we love safe and secure in their own home? Let the Medicine Shop's home medical equipment team help you with all your mobility and specialty product needs. They provide mobility products like motorized scooters, wheelchairs, and home stair lifts. The Medicine Shop's expertly trained staff can also provide car and van lift installations, and they offer a full service repair facility for medical equipment, whether you purchased it from them or somewhere else. Here's pharmacist and pharmacy owner Eric Black.
We service a 60-mile radius area, so a pretty wide area. We service orders from several area hospitals, and we have the staff in place that really sets us apart. We have 3 respiratory therapists and 2 seating specialists to help with seating on wheelchair and power chair needs. And we just feel that we have the staff and the warehousing and the facilities in place to really set us apart from any of our competitors in the area.
The Medicine Shop Pharmacy, 2339 Broadway in Mount Vernon.
I'm meteorologist Dave Bowers. We'll look at your next rad weather. Partly cloudy tonight, a low 43. For tomorrow, clouds and some sun, breezy and warm, high 75. And then a few showers and even a heavier thunderstorm in the late afternoon and evening. And then after midnight tomorrow night, skies will clear, a low 46. Now look for Friday, lots of sunshine, pleasant. High temperature of 77. And then on Saturday, variable cloudiness, a high 71. Next rad weather from WMIX, Mount Vernon, Illinois.
This is Mount Vernon Rams baseball from WMIX Sports. The Schmidt Chevrolet postgame show starts now.
Welcome back, WMIX, WMIXsports.com. It's a final here in Breeze. The Mount Vernon Rams are victorious over the host Cougars, 7-3. The Rams improved to 12-9-1. Back in action tomorrow against the Outstop Crusaders. You're on the Schmidt Chevrolet postgame show, 3423 Broadway. Schedule your service appointments online at schmidtchevrolet.com. DC has the numbers.
Mount Vernon, 7 runs, 7 hits, 2 errors, 4 left on base. Breeze Central, 3 runs, 7 hits, 1 error, 10 left on base. Aaron Morgan, the winner. Brent Timmons, the loser in a game that took 1 hour and 50 minutes. The Rams go to 12-9-1 on the year with a 7-3 win here at Breeze Central.
Impressive non-conference victory. We'll talk more about it after a quick break. We'll also have your player of the game. This is Rams baseball from WMIX Sports.
You need a great quality, new-to-you vehicle. There's a reason why Second Chance Auto has been helping put families into affordable, dependable vehicles for over 34 years. Honest, fair deals. Ain't nothing fancy, just great vehicles with warranties and bank rate financing for all. That's the only way Second Chance Auto will do business. They're receiving new vehicles every day. So be sure to stop by and find out how you can save thousands on the total cost of your vehicle. Helping people get a great, dependable vehicle for over 34 years. Second Chance Auto, Route 142 East in Mount Vernon. Call 244-4582.
Registration for summer classes at Rindley College is going on now. The 8-week summer term is a great chance to catch up on classes you need, from general education to electives and more. Curious about starting college or even a little nervous? Summer is a good time for new students to find out what Rindley College can do for you. Registration for summer classes continues through June 6th. Call us at 618-437-5321 or find us online at rlc.edu. Rindley College, your journey starts here.
WMIX Sports is your home for the Mount Vernon Rams, powered by Community First Bank.
Rams win it here at Breeze Central. 7-3 your final. They improved to 12-9-1 on the year. We'll try to get back in the first place in the South 7 Conference tomorrow with the Outstop Crusaders. Of course, we owe you a player of the game here on your Schmidt Chevrolet postgame show, and it is
Jake Pike with 3 runs driven in today. Continue to hit hot-hitting ways to lead the Rams to their 12th win of this 2014 spring season.
Simple as that. It's as simple as 4:30 first pitch, 4:15 pregame tomorrow. The Mount Vernon Rams and the Outstop Crusaders. We'll have a full scoreboard later tonight at WMIXsports.com. That's going to do it for us. For Quentin Lloyd back in the studio, for Danny Czerwinski to my left, I'm Chris Hugo, reminding you of the final score. The Mount Vernon Rams 7, the Central Cougars 3. That does it from us, for us, even. So long from Clinton County.
Thank you for listening to Mount Vernon Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports. Mount Vernon Rams Baseball from WMIX Sports is sponsored by the official voice of Rams Athletics, Community First Bank of the Heartland. Welcome back to Personal Banking. Rams Baseball is also sponsored in part by the Medicine Shop of Mount Vernon, Ford Square and King City Chrysler. You can count on us. Red Lake College. Save thousands on your college education. Log on to rlc.edu. State Farm Insurance Agent Tony Wilt. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Second Chance Auto on Route 142 East in Mount Vernon. Good Samaritan Regional Health Center. Raising a Hospital. Raising the Bar. Winning Edge. Schmidt Ford of Salem. And also by the Orthopedic Center of Southern Illinois. Landers Collision Centers of Mount Vernon and Salem. Schmidt Chevrolet of Mount Vernon. All Stars and Stitches. Central Christian Church. And People's National Bank. Stay in the game on Twitter. Follow us at WMIX Sports or log on to WMIXsports.com. Now back to America's best music on the legendary WMIX.